Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, folks. Welcome to today's edition. Welcome to SKTV. Um, Welcome to the program for today. Welcome. It's good to be back here on SKTV as we prepare, get ready, settle in, and speak about the issues that concern Liberia. Let's share the show as you join us. Let us know where you're following us from. I am very sorry, as some of you will notice from my voice, I've not been too well. I'm still not too well, but I thank God for life. I'm excited to be here today. It's been a long week, very, very long week. I've been very, very ill. But we got to do what we got to do, right? So you will hear me. I've been sick. You will hear me back and forth, clearing my throat, and doing other gestures. Please don't think I'm nasty. I'm not. I'm not. I just got to do what I got to do to clear out my throat. But let's share the show, please. As you join us, let us know where you're joining us from. As you can see, the topic at the end of the day, how do Liberians benefit? What's in it for Liberians? That is the most important question. Because the truth of the matter is, Liberians have never benefited. But let's share the show, guys. Share the show, folks. It promises to be very, very interesting. The show will be noisy. Let me say it that way. At some point, the show will get very, very noisy. On the topic, we have some serious revelations, some serious factual things that will tell you. And guess what? As always, please, don't believe us. But wait, because it will happen. That is the most important thing, right? That's the most interesting part. Wait, it will happen. We'll bring you lots of other news today. You got that thing going on. But interestingly also, we've told you that you just don't need to bother the government. It's never about you, and it's never about the opposition, the government. Don't let nobody fool you and say, oh, yeah, come together and remove Chowia. No, that's true. That distraction. Chowia is doing everything to remove himself. Everything to remove himself. Chowia is doing everything. Don't take your eyes off the ball. We've told you over and over. The focus is Unity Party. Jose Yuma Bwaka. That is the focus. Yeah, don't take your eyes off the ball. Don't let nobody fool you. Oh, opposition unity, that's no scam. They don't want no opposition unity. They got to be about them, for them. They feel it is the right, it is the entitlement to come back to power. And all the noise they're making, they have zero plans, nothing to change anything in Liberia. Nothing. They just want to come back to steal. That's it. There are a couple of things that we address today, we clear. There are a couple of things that we clear and we address today on the show. You never know. Last week we had a surprise guest. in Chairman Ben Sandy, you never know. We could have a surprise guest today. On SKTV, nothing is set in stone. We don't sit down behind the army and say, go and plan the show. No. When we're eating our roasted meat and chilling the last night, we're chilling, playing our checkup. Hey, guess what? Nothing was planned. Yeah. Yes, we compare notes on some of the facts and some of the evidences that we have to our disposal. We did. But to say, oh, let's talk about this, let's talk about it, person, let's do the one now. Nobody get talking point yet. We ain't get talking point. But hey, good that you are here. I feel I feel energized. I feel like I'm ready to go strike. You know, I used to play number 9, number 10. I feel like I need zeal. I feel happy, healthy, hopeful, and I'm ready. I'm ready. You will be shocked about what's happening behind the scene. You will be shocked. But we here now. we here. We're not going nowhere. We here. We inside. We're not going nowhere. We're not going nowhere. We will read to you what was said on Front Page Africa. We are trying to make connection with what his name is, Rodney Sear. See if Rodney Sear can come on. So we can have some of this conversation to corroborate some of these things. Listen, we're not playing. It's on. Y'all want for to get better, Liberia? It will not come through fast and prayer. Not only that, it will come through us making a case, having a conversation, educating, informing, and impacting our people. Yes. We'll do it always. We'll pray, we'll fast, we'll have the conversations, we'll bring it up to the public. Everybody's record will be exposed. Hey, you want to be president? You want to rule the country? We'll bring your record now. We'll scrutinize you. I don't think anything wrong here. I don't think anything wrong here. I don't think anything is wrong with it. I don't think anything is wrong with it. If you don't want to hear us talking about Joseph Boyka health, go sit down your horse. The good thing, they get different show them. They get a drama show them. They get a lying show them. They get a propaganda show them. They get a show them what can make you feel good. And maybe that's how you can go and turn on YouTube and listen to music. They get a one where they can inflict your ego with lies. Go there. But when you come here, you will listen to what we have to say. I think when you're in civil can be on your own position, civil and telling what to say, and you can sit down there and listen to you'll be talking from a point as all open land. As all open land. You can't hear. And you can't tell me what to say. You supposed to do that? What? I mean, you're not even on that level. Say, I'll cut you off quick. We're not on that level. The people that listen, that one on my page, I can always say, when I even read my thing there, I don't get problem with you. You stick with the conversation. You want to attack me? I don't get problem with that. I will address the issue. As long as you stay in the confines of the topic at hand, we're good. You want to talk different thing, go on your page. You can't that you won't get comfortable and tell me what to write. I will redirect you to your page. You continue, you gotta go. You gotta go. And the good thing is, I don't block people and unblock you. I don't do that. Not in this world. Nope. You block on my page. You go call the angel from heaven. I will not unblock you. The angel tell me I will say that angel that devil. I will not block you. I will not unblock you. So you tread with caution in my space. Because soon you won't get comfortable. You gotta go. You have to go. You're not gonna do that. When you see me in public, you want to be cool with me, fine. You don't want to be cool, keep it moving. Bon voyage. Bon voyage. Let go. But I think I can be doing. I can get space for stupid people. I guess as well get space for stupid people. Yeah, stupid people will be on the same level to be discussing serious issue there. We're talking about changing country here with your small, funny talk. When we finish discussing the issue, we'll open the line. Please stay with the issue. If you get your advice, go on your page and make your advice to SKTV there. It ain't any problem. But when you come here and you say, oh, you can tell the one, and you can tell what the person help, and you do the one, you do that one. And I mean, open the line. Whether you want or you may, I'll cut you off. Yep, I'll cut you off. Because you're not saying things that are interesting. Discuss the issue at hand. Let's talk about the issue. Your personal opinion, your personal, oh, don't do the one. If you're a medical practitioner, go to the hospital. Go to your private practice and go carry them. We will talk about every candidate. We'll talk about their health. We'll talk about what's going on with them. We'll discuss it here. And you will not do nothing. You get any problem here, switch the station, switch channel. Just so we know, I'm laying a disclaimer. Because we're not going to do that thing here. We're not going to do it here. No, we're not going to do that. We'll stay with the issue and we'll be happy. Everybody will be happy. We'll discuss the issue. Then my brother won't move for your thing stupid. Eh? Your reality was stupid. Eh? Your thing was stupid. Eh? Your reality was stupid. Your thing they work and laugh at us. Your thing serious man country and come and say swear behind us. Only because we keep making ourselves to look funny in front of our friend. Eh? We even got all the news out there laying it where they got down. Just share the show. I couldn't wait to be all right so we can discuss the issue. I couldn't wait. Yep, I couldn't wait. Anyways, folks, let's share the show. Today is I see a lot of people put that show in fair. Oh, wow. You know what? Let me recognize our people there. Wow. Before I get to other news here. We got a couple of video clips to play for you as we lay the conversation and the story out. So let's share the show, folks. The folks from Labrador will be joining us. Sekou will be joining us at some point in time. He was sleeping. I woke him up, just so you all know. I called him right before the show. I woke him up. All I want to eat, rescuing, saving Labrador now. All I want to eat, discussing the issue now. Sekou was sleeping. I called him. You know me. Me, I can call your phone. And you know how when women in love with men, and you know how they can be calling. Or when Labrador man, somebody in Labrador, you promise them something, inside they can be calling, but how me I will call Sekou. I'll call him back to back for him to answer. He might not answer my phone call. I'll go to drive to your house. The other town that we're in will be on sharp. Listen, y'all got that with SKT will be on sharp almost every time. Every day in the week will be showing faith. In fact, we're not putting an announcement or we're just showing. Yeah. We're not doing all that thing again. We're in election season now. Nobody. Joseph Conto, welcome to the show, my man. Let's see here. We got Meta. Welcome to the show. Seata Thompson, welcome to the show. Yeah, Seata, you are first to Harry Talker, welcome to the show. Abraham, welcome to the show. Fuma Toure, my man Fuma Toure, Leo, we Jeremiah Wapo. Jeremiah Wapo, that bad ball to Joe Baga. I don't want to say Jeremiah Wapo. That security and bad ball to Joseph Baga. That means the vote be man. In 10 whole party left to Joe Ball. You know that thing, man. You think it's stupid. Africanos Nation, welcome to the show. Massa Connor, welcome to the show. Peter Fire, welcome to the show. Yeah, my man, anything you say, my man, we're promoting CDC, CDC foreign that we discuss CDC, but don't get to all up. We'll get to no, we'll get to other news today. Plenty of other news, people in other news today. I beg you, yeah. We get it, is that Jagging. Kali Blank, welcome to the show. Cyrus Mane, what's up, my man? Welcome to the show, my being. Ali Donzo, welcome to the show. Dr. Morris Donle, welcome to the show. King, welcome to the show. Beverly Pajibo, what's up, Sunshine? Shek, welcome to the show. Evelyn Moore, welcome to the show. Emmanuel Colley, welcome to the show. Sole, welcome to the show. Siata, welcome to the show. Yeah, today the show, today the so yo-yo, the show, whole show that yo-yo show. We don't see nobody, we don't worry about that. Ruth, welcome to the show. Alex, welcome to the show. Is that Jan? Welcome to the show. Ruth, no, I already called Ruth. Perrin, welcome to the show. Who else? Let's go down. When you ride, I will know you here. You're not ride, I will not know. Nathaniel, welcome to the show. Rebecca Kesu, welcome to the show. Who there? Orita, Sina, welcome to the show. Emmanuel, welcome to the show. My man, I'm for say, I can just say as it is. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk as it now. Olu, welcome to the show. Right, welcome to the show. Is that Amanda right? Queen mostly. Okay. Edwin, welcome to the show. Yvette Cephas, welcome to the show. Theophilus, welcome to the show. Prince, welcome to the show. Yo, welcome one. Glenda Jean, welcome to the show. What's going on? And then we'll bring Glenda in other news here today. Wow, looking at things. Elizabeth, welcome to the show. My man, former Leon, man. Your 4P man, a bear ball to Joe Ball. A bear ball. Leon, man. 4P man, a bear ball to Joe Ball. I say. Musa, that security to Joe Ball. He wanted to be chief security. They better muscle him. We got that thing, man. Perry, welcome to the show. Let's get to the issue here. Jagonti, what's up, sister? Welcome to the show. Who there? Marula, welcome to the show. Assam Pilede, welcome to the show. Watching us from where? Gallo, New Jersey, USA. Okay, Gallo, New Jersey. Seku, welcome to the show. Daniel, welcome to the show. Taurus, welcome to the show. Augustine, welcome to the show. Elder, welcome to the show. Yeah, Elder, I feel better. Thank you so much. Thank you. Matthew, welcome to the show. Kobla, welcome to the show. Rosal, welcome to the show. Joseph, welcome to the show. Safa, welcome to the show. Who there? Is that Ventre? Tyler, welcome to the show. Cephas, welcome to the show. Folks, give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. Sorry, folks. I had to take that call real quick to get some things together here. Well, good luck, Patrick Lama. Welcome to the show. Cephas, welcome to the show. River Says Pro, welcome to the show. Who there? John, welcome to the show. Jatu Cooper, welcome to the show. Okay, Glenda says she have already. You, but I trust you now. I trust you. We said welcome to the show. Oh, okay. Watching Pauline, welcome to the show. Who there? Helena, welcome to the show. Brother Stewart, welcome to the show. Richmond, welcome to the show. AP Jabate, welcome to the show. Who there? Is that Bisolo Perry Chinyo? Welcome to the show. Who there? Let's see. Hawa Nantu, welcome to the show. Who's there? Let's move on. Hayes, welcome to the show. Sorry if I can't pronounce your first name. We're going to skip first name and go to last name. Don't see all of them. Jackson, welcome to the show. Fetus, welcome to the show. Octavius, welcome to the show. Let's go. George, welcome. Isaac, welcome to the show. Vafi Ali, welcome to the show. Trust me, other news, but you won't make other news that big. Y'all being other news today. Comfort, welcome to the show. I'll be other. Yeah, Daniel Sano video, yeah. His live video, yeah, I'll play. Daniel Sano ain't other news. Daniel Sano not show thing other news yet too. That's the second time I come to show fair. So you will show fair today again. Abigail, welcome to the show. What thing? Early that thing, man. We on top of the thing, yeah. Nobody's today here. Who that? Okay, folks, you know what I mean? You're coming plenty now. Like probably Pinta Belede. You're coming plenty now. If I escape your need, don't get there with me. I beg you. Let's see. Mama Prince and I call man. Doris, welcome to the show. Elder Bly, welcome to the show. Salomon now, welcome to the show. Is that Monday Ma? Monday Ma. Today I'm speaking pastor on the show. Y'all understand it. Y'all ain't see nothing yet. Yeah, until CPP can tell where they're going. Anywhere, anybody going to select the 5 presidential running mate. We're speaking that dialect. I beg you. We're speaking that dialect. CPP, we're getting him that will be going to Grand Basel. Wherever they won't go, whether River G, whether Mark or Colorado. Listen, that low found by your father is I will speak bandy here. Hey, what didn't happen? What didn't happen? We got money, man. They all showing on yet. Money, man. Welcome to the show, yeah, money, man. I beg you, yeah. Me at that Dakina. I see nothing yet. We speaking pastor, stand up pastor, that your pastor then when you can be asking for food. We speaking pastor. You say mwele, you will check, you say mwele you want. You hear pastor, you just stand up pastor, Emmanuel Jesse. What's up? Yeah, Emmanuel Jesse, Joseph Parra Health, that big news we gotta discuss it. Joseph Parra Health, that big news we gotta discuss it. You live in Australia, you say you know Pope. You're with the Pope people, the people men are passing around reading big thing all day on Facebook. We will not know Pope. But you can watch TV, they can tell on TV say when President Donald Trump, when President Joe Biden was going for a surgery, they make it a big news. When President Donald Trump had COVID, it was a big news. The whole country was worried. Joe Biden, Joe Biden living on no. Do that thing, man. Forget about that thing. We discuss Joe Biden. Joe Biden living on no. We're discussing nothing wrong with that one. Let's get to the issue here. Other news real quick. Yeah, let's get other news because today, like I said, the show will be hot. The show will be nothing today. Just watch. The show will be nothing. The man coming down that video again. The boss what? The boss what? Okay. They will focus on the show here. But some of y'all will plug you for commenting. Y'all won't be acting like this. Stand up, boss. We'll plug you for commenting. Y'all know. Anyways, folks, welcome to this edition. Today's May 20th, 2023. I believe this is the second to the last Saturday in May. Basically, all around the US and maybe other parts of the world, we're hitting the summer. We're hitting the summer. There is no if and then about it. There is no joke about it. We are officially hitting the summer. That means the places will get hot. At the time in America, for those of you who watching from Labrador, at the time in America where we can wear glasses, some of us, because they'll get in with deliberately wearing all kind of short, funny clothing. They will be on tape contest, butt contest, stomach contest, all kind of funny contest that will be going on. That the time you're laying in the country. Because they just all around, they will just follow the plate with different something, you know. Yeah, the tape contest, the butt contest, the other contest. At the time of the year, we're not inside. Yeah, we're not inside that one. Yeah, we will the journey of God. We don't want to be in that kind of situation. But by the time of the year, they will come us out. They come outside all the Acapulco there. All the funny things. So, also at the time of the year in the country, my people, y'all who watching us, in other news now, y'all watching us from Liberians. Like the time of the year where the women there call their hair sabu, then they tell them when they put wig on it. I can be confused sometimes. I don't know what's going on. You can't have it both ways. You won't wear wig, You won't be sabu. How you be sabu, then later on you wear fall, something, all the things and you know. But at the time of the year, my people. So we're bare for the next 3 months. We fought inside from now to September or 4 months, we just there. At the time where the whole America can be confused. It can be too confused. It can be confused. I won't lie to you. Who go sit on the call your hair from your head? Last week Saturday, I saw you with Sabu. Saturday again, I seen you to another baby shower. Then I see you again with long. What's going on? Position yourself so we can know what is going on. But anyways, in other news, while we are discussing other news, we want to welcome you to today's edition. We want to welcome you to the show today. As always, the Liberian people are the most important people on earth. We know that for a fact. We also believe that the Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. We also know that for a fact. But in other news, we'll start with Prince Johnson. No, before we go to Prince Johnson, in other news, just before we go to Prince Johnson, my Oma said the young lawyer further inside. And I think she will be inside the end of the election. She will be inside to the end of the election. She further inside. And the reason I say in other news, we are getting information that Fina Bono might take Senator Yomi Kanga Lauren to the Supreme Court for her Tato rescue model. And on that one, my people, I agree with Finabono. I will be on Finabono's side. The reason I will be on Finabono's side, we can all recall that the issue and the title of rescue mother was given to Finabono by the Liberian people, by the CDC-led government. So they rescue mother title, at least they will not say that Musa Bedede took out the code now. That CDC said involved inside. They have crafted a petition to reach out to the rescue team, to reach out to Senator Yondikanga Lawrence and the people of Grand Paso to turn the rescue model title over. Any attempt for Senator Yondikanga Lawrence to resist, it will be met with swift resistance and it will end up in court. So I say it to my Oma, those of you watching it from distance, my Oma Senator Yondikanga Lawrence, she probably watching it too, because all of them watch SKTV. I say it to you, I beg you. Get the people rescue mother title back. Give it back. That one of the third time, and I tell you, I want to third time, and I advise you openly. You got away with the CPP. You accused Alexander Cummings along with Joseph Human Poakaren and Benena Yue. You got away with it. You went to Grand Bassa. You make a decision after you were humiliated by Joseph Human Poakaren. I will tell them what a discussion behind closed door. Because there's another promise again lingering over you. That's my Oma. We probably can discuss it in there. Now we don't want to tell our Oma and say they're wrong. We don't want to do it, but we still love them. What do you having? So, give the people title back. Find different. You can say, rescue team man. At least don't use the word mother. You're not rescue mother. I'm telling you, you're laughing with it, but this thing is getting serious. Give the people title back. You are not rescue mother. Give it back to Finabono. At least when Finabono then leave office, and the title will still be hanging. But for now, give it back yet. I beg you, give it back. Anyways, that's the first part of other news. In other news, Senator Prince Johnson. Senator Prince Johnson. We now tolerating. At least President George Weah, he seemed like he listened a little bit. President George Weah has not gone to the church lately to throw jabs or to talk foolishness in the house of God with confidence. President George Weah has not done that. We're giving that credit. At least lately, it doesn't mean he might not do it. Because anything I can with George Weah, Joseph Boakai, Prince Johnson, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. They can flip-flop. They're not serious-minded people. They can flip-flop. So I don't trust them. Yeah. Prince Johnson, George Weah, I don't, So you just keep a close eye on it. You don't get them too much credit. Here is the thing. Yeah, at least they can call Senator Yombly Lawrence, rescue baby girl. Don't need that, will shoot her. But the rescue mother, give it back. Give it back, please. Even if you give it back in the net, and call them and say, you're sorry, that's it. You don't have to organize our program, but just give it back. Just give it back. So much better than bitching. We don't want noise. We get into election, we don't want other noise. PYJ, in fact, I think either we friend on Facebook or I follow him. I don't know too, but let me read what PYJ wrote. They told me about I was senator, then they don't want to tell what they're going on. I was senator, then Umpa will be fired. The guy, Prince Johnson wrote yesterday, Madam VP Taylor, I will reply to your allegation against me on Sunday at the church. So everyone is cordially invited to come to church on Sunday, the 21st. President Prince Johnson, sorry, my people. Prince Johnson didn't stop there. Less than an hour ago, 57 minutes ago, this is what Prince Johnson wrote. And in white suit, pink shirt, and my favorite color, orange tie. So he didn't play yet, and this is what he wrote. Tomorrow's service will be wonderful and special. So come and experience the power of anointing as you gather with like-minded believers, seeking spiritual growth and renewal. Come with someone. The Holy Spirit will open your heart to receive blessings, inspiration, and divine guidance. The gathering tomorrow will ignite your faith and uplift your spirit. Don't miss this incredible anointing opportunity tomorrow. We are located on Lover Street in Pinsville City, right behind ELBC radio station. Our service starts from 10 to 12:30. Here's my question. Is he going to anoint Vice President Joel Howard Taylor tomorrow? You are invited to the service. Prince Johnson said you are invited. Some of the things we can say that people are making fun of our own religion over there in our country. We'll say it. Some people who are religious get there. You're not religious more than me. The time I started serving God, some of you are not even serving God. So when we discussing God issue, when the goes find several seasons, sit down. Prince Johnson is desecrating the house of God. All the pastors then sitting there in Liberia not saying nothing. It's a shame. It's a disgrace. And we need to speak about it. Prince Johnson want Mayplow or Joe Howard Taylor, other than in the Senate, let him go in the Senate too and call people there and say, you can have conference in your office, in your house, in the street, anywhere. But carrying it to the house of God is wrong. My people, is wrong. We can joke, but it's wrong. He's saying we address Joe Howard Taylor, but then he's talking about anointing. So which one is which? I told you, these guys, they are deliberately confusing the masses. So that's for other news. In other news also, Senator Yomli Kanga learned bad ball. And her chief liars, my Oma appear in other news today 2 times. 2 times. They need Daniel Osano. Daniel Osano made some serious allegations against Charlene Bronston. Charlene Bronston, who we are hearing in they say, unconfirmed information yet, that she is poised to be the running mate to Alexander Cummings, came out, did not allow the lie to even settle in the air. She came out to debunk those lies. You see that lie? We get a tape here of Daniel Sano, the bare ball of Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence, which by extension, it means that whether you like it or not, directly this is connected with Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence, and he needs to stop. Because Daniel Sano has not only attacked other people, but he's in a constant habit of implicating other people. In Daniel Sano's assertion, in Daniel Sano reporting, Daniel Sano implicated directly Joseph Yuma Boaka, that Joseph Yuma Boaka is a gossiper. Yep. Daniel Sano told the word that Joseph Yuma Boaka told gossip. But this is the second time in other news that we need to be aware of this. That Joseph Yuma Boaka has been accused of being a gossiper. And at the age he shouldn't be found in gossiping. Because you will recall that Henry Costa told us that Joseph Yuma Boaka told him that members of the Unity Party were against him. That lie? Okay. We'll play the tape now. Because we will in other news, we can bring the tape to show you. Y'all will hear Daniel Sano saying Joseph Boaka a gossiper. Hey, y'all say that lie. Wait. We will play the tape. Today, we're not in no hurry. We'll take it easy. French people say, doucement. I will take it. We're not rushing. If you get data, go say that we'll tell you. You can replay the news when you get your data correct. We're sorry, but unfortunately, that the control we got. Let me bring Daniel Sano here. Let him tell what Joseph Boaka told him and what Joseph Boaka told them. And y'all will hear Charlene Bronston debunking. Liberian people, we are here to discuss Liberian issue. We're not here to be in this time at the election time. We're not. Give me a second, my people. Y'all give me a second. I'm a mess the whole thing up again. Hey, Lord. Why not do so? Y'all give me a second. Okay, very good. Y'all give me 1 second, please. Like I said to y'all today, the show. My poor y'all, hold on. I'm begging y'all. Y'all give me 1 second, please. Y'all give me 1 second. These things are not lie. We're not making it up. These things are fact. They are facts, empirical facts, because the people that who said it, they are here to repeat themselves. Oh, hold on, you can't read the video buffering again. But let me get to it. So, folks, if you are still here, please, we're begging you, don't you dare change the dial. Don't dare try it. Don't you dare try that. Don't change the dial. Don't say nothing. Okay, very good. I get Daniel Sano right here. No bring. Y'all listen, yo. No bring Daniel Sano. Yeah, all I hear with Daniel Sano accused SKTV too. Okay, there go my boy Daniel. Hey, Dan. Hey, Daniel. Daniel coming talk for all. Tell what is going on.
Well, you're not saying anything?
Hold on, folks. I don't know what's going on, but hold on. Please hold on. I think Sekou John, but I can't see him. Yeah, I can see it from on my side. So I don't know. Please, guys.
Go ahead, go
just
off.
give me a second. Please give me a second. Sekou, I beg you, can you please take over? Let me log on and come back in really quick.
Go off and come
Something
back.
is not right.
But can you guys hear me though? Steve says he's not hearing me. Every time when I come on, he can't hear me. He can't see me. And everything can just be bad. Can you guys hear me? Please say yes if you can hear me. You know, people have been playing with us lately, but it is what it is. We will continue. They've been sending viruses on our, in our system. We've been doing a lot of different things. You know, people been telling me how they've been kicked out every time they come on. You know, Steve been, sometimes I can be talking about computer screen can just go dark. Yeah, I thought it was me, but I figured it out. It only happen when I'm on the show. Yeah, so yes, I know most of you are here, being here from the start of the show, and Steve was on. I think he already touched a lot of stuff. But what is interesting to me is that our friends from the Unity Party area, they get in their feelings, they get angry so much when Joseph Barker is mentioned. I think Joseph Barker is mentioning is a good thing. You should be happy. Every presidential candidate or every politician, they always like to be in the news. So having Joseph Barker in the news is not a bad thing. Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? We'll continue on the show regardless.
Yep. Mr. Kana, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. I'm not sure if someone tried to hack me or whatever it was, but for some reason,
okay.
I got totally disconnected. But let me. Do you mind if I play the video really quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, folks. Thank you for your patience here.
But Elton, what I want you to understand.
Why you want people to understand, not me.
What I want you and the people of Grand Bassa County, because this broadcast goes beyond Grand Bassa. What I want the Liberian people to understand is that Senator Lawrence not being named by Ambassador Boyka is a conspiracy by a group of people who saw her as a threat to their selfish political agenda.
What those people? Who are choosing?
I tell you what. There are people from Grand Bassa County who was in Boyka living room a week before he nominated Kun, telling him that if you name Nyombli, would not support you. They were there. One of those person is our own sister, Charlene Bromsky. Basonga Fine. They were there. They told Ambassador Baka that if you name Nyombli, we're not going to support you. So to make it to appear that
what funds do you have, Daniel, to show that Charlene Bromsky and Basonga Finlay, went to canvas against Nomikanga to Baka?
So you are a journalist. Let me provide my facts, right? Prior to Ambassador Baka naming his running mate, he built consultations, and there are people who went to him in the name of being stakeholders in Bassa. Charlene Bromsky is one of the person. She told Ambassador Baka, even the elders from Grand Bassa County that went to meet Ambassador Baka to plead on behalf of Senator Lawrence to be named as his running mate. Ambassador Baka told them that you people coming here to say I should name Nyombli, but there are other people from the county who came here and told me that if I name Nyombli, they will not support me, they will fight me. Even though Charlene Bromsky and Basonga Fine do not support Ambassador Baka, but they went there. And they went there and they undermined her. Now that they undermine her, they succeeded in undermining her. She's not named as running mate. They go to ANC and say, if you name Charlene Bromsky, or the Bassa will not be against Charlene Bromsky because she's a female. No, that's not the point. You cannot be a Jezebel at one point. You undermine Senator Lawrence, who is presumably the de facto leader of Grand Bassa County in the Bassa Belt. You undermine her, and when she's not named by Ambassador Baka, and you jump and say you can be the person whoever you support because you're from Grand Bassa County. The vice presidency, they are coming. I'm coming. Hold on, Hilton. The vice presidency, the presidency of the country is no county meet. It's no county meet. Why we encourage people to be involved actively? We cannot play deceit. If it were not good for Senator Lawrence and Charlene Bromsky were one of the persons who went to Baka, you are a journalist, take a microphone to the United Party, they will confirm it. She went there.
But Daniel, just before you continue, I'm calling the fire service now to Sepuyo. I'm told 2 houses are on fire. So Liberian National Fire Service, you always listen. Please go to Sepuyo. 2 houses on fire. Daniel, let's continue with the program this morning.
Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah. So we do not seek to fight anybody. What we encourage is for people to be together. But we have to be able to point out the deception. People are very deceptive. And the other time on your show, I describe my sister Charlie in a way that people say, "Oh, Sandra, we're attacking her." No, but if you are a decent, if you are a decent person, if you are
right, Daniel, you're attacking Charlene and naming her as someone who went at the background to tell Baka not to select her, Senator Norikanga Lawrence.
The information I'm giving you here, I don't want you to treat it as a gossip.
Yeah, but listen, Daniel. Why do you think Philip and Charlie will want to go and canvass again? Normally, why would they want to do that?
That's the point. The same reason why she has not been tipped as a presumptive nominee to ANC is because they didn't want Nyomdi to get it. So that's why they went to Baka and undermine her. If you can take a microphone to Ambassador Baka, he's open. Go to the United Party and ask them. Call the Secretary General and ask him. Ambassador Baka confirmed to the elders from Bassa that Charlene Bromsky and Basonga Fine went to him and said, if he name Nyombli, in fact, Nyombli cannot deliver the Bassa vote to him, they are going to fight him, he shouldn't name her. So, I mean, even though that was not the reason why he didn't name her, but this point...
Let's come back, Daniel, let's come back to our talking point. Now,
Okay, thank you, folks. That was the first video there. Let's see what Charlene Bromsky says, because that's also important for us to understand. First of all, just for context sake, he says that Joseph Yuma an entire United Party and made that to the chiefs in Bassa. Let's hear from Charlene Bromsky. Let's hear ourselves the story. Because it's important for us to put this in context here. Where Charlene Bromsky is? Charlene, we're looking for you. Yeah. Okay, you yeah. All right, there we go. Oh, give me a second. Give me a second here. Please give me a second here. Uh, all right. I think it's clear. It's good for us to share now. So this is, folks, this is what prompted Charlie Bronskin's response.
Joseph Newman Parker and told him not to pick Yummy. I myself, I heard Daniel Sando say on Abidjan, not they say. He said it is a wickedness. It is a more divisive tactic that is meant to destroy Joseph Boyka, Honorable Joseph Boyka. It's meant to belittle and minimize Senator Namdi Lawrence, and the intent was to destroy any political future I would have in this district and in the country. In 2017, there was a group calling themselves United Bassa Citizens Against Bromsky Election. But I say to you today, Daniel Sando is more destructive, he is more wicked, he is more divisive than any of those people who went against Bromsky. Let me tell you why. And we condemn what they did. They went from Bassa to Bong to Nima, and they said, do not vote for Councillor Bromsky. Today, some of them are our friends and brothers. They have explained to me they regret doing that. They explained to me that my father called them and they met with Councillor Bromsky in Hotel Buchanan before the elections, and they reconciled and said what they did was wrong and they are sorry. I have done nothing to these people. In December 10th, the day before my rally, my mother, the widow of Councillor Charles Walker Bromsky, came to Buchanan City for our rally. The same man who is the spokesperson in our senator's office, my big sister office, went on the radio and said to the Bassa people, do not go out tomorrow. Liberty Party is not endorsing a candidate. They have tried to destroy my political future from the day I stepped foot into Grand Bassa County. But the God that we serve and the people of this county have said no to divisive politics. I have never. The Bassa people are tired of divisive politics. Yes. He is not a man from Bassa, but every day he comes here on our radio station and he's fighting me and beating me. It's not good. It does not bode well for Senator Lawrence. She is my big sister. I want to say clearly today and unequivocally, and I hope that Honorable Joseph Newman Boyka can hear me talking, because I know he himself will come on the radio. I have never sat in the living room with Honorable Boyka. Number one, with Boyka. Me and Boyka never went to a Boyka house together. Number two, when I went to visit Uncle Joe, at no point in time did we talk about Senator Lawrence or his vice presidential candidate. Who am I that the Honorable Joseph Newman Boyka will come to me and say, Charlie Bronsky, what do you think? You think I should take Nyomli? Does it make sense to you? Does that make sense to you? And number two, the senator was very close to him. She is supporting him. What influence do I have over him that she will not have more influence? He will listen to me, he will listen to her. And number three, if I had conversation with Honorable Joseph Boyka, it would have been, Uncle Joe, support me in the district. It will not be, Uncle Joe, don't carry me. So their wickedness needs to stop. Bassa, it's a new generation of Bassonians. That divisive, that the wicked tactics that you had that keeping our county down. I want you to look at the people in this audience. There are citizens here. There are Liberty Party here. There are UP people here. There are young and old, because we are tired of the same old politics. We are ready to elevate Grand Bassa to another level. And nothing will stop us. Let's just say we should stay in the district. If we stay in the district and we win, I will go for Matthew Jones, stop us. I will say, come work with us. If we decide we are not going, now we will be the vice standard bearer to CPP. I can tell you, we will win. We will win with resounding numbers, because a new Grand Bassa will come on board and will support our endeavors. But I never met me and Honorable Joe, but I never talk about Nyamio. I believe what happened. I believe that when Unity Party was doing their survey, because they had to do polling, they had to do assessment, I believe they looked at Bassa. They said, is there a united Grand Bassa? Wasn't that? Bronski, Kanda Lawrence, Bauer Brown, all of these people, Matthew Joe, Jason Willie, how about you? I believe that they did an assessment and they said, is Grand Bassa together? If we choose someone from Grand Bassa, what would the numbers look like? But to say that I am...
Okay, folks, that was the voice of Charlene Bronski responding directly to the allegation made on her. Mr. Kane, I just want to play the last video because we're not playing any song today, and we'll get into the conversation before the guys from Liberians join us.
I'm good, man. I'm good.
So folks, I want you to stay put because this is we'll follow this story. Not only that it's trending, it's problematic. There are plots and there are plans behind it. I want to move you just a little bit because sometimes people say, "Oh, I spent too much time on the opposition." We've told you that the government is not the issue here. The government should not be your target because the government has done everything to remove itself. I believe, and I'm saying it here today, again, I wrote it on my page. Let me read what I wrote to you quick before I play this video. The reporting from Front Page Africa is very concerning, both locally and internationally. As a matter of fact, this morning I got a call from the same Ablije station. We have agreed and we are scheduled. I will be on the show. I will be on Ablije on Monday the 29th at 9 a.m. Liberia's time. I'll be there as their guest. But that's aside the point. I wrote this morning because the government has done something very unprecedented, very concerning, very troubling, very disturbing. And last night, or sometime this morning, we were up very, very late. We spoke to some key stakeholders, both in the US and back home. The move the government made has pissed off, infuriated, gotten the attention to the US government and the rest of the world at large. This is troubling. This is troubling. But this is what I wrote just before we play this clip. And I will read to you what the sanction came out, when the sanction came out for Prince Johnson and Vani Sherman, what was written about this same judiciary system in Liberia, the system that needs to be changed. Let me show you let me read to you what I wrote. This morning I wrote, this could be the case of the straw that broke the camel's back. In America, how they can say the last straw that broke the camel's back, or the straw that broke the camel's back. Acquitting those defendants in the recent drugs trial will lead to serious consequences. And yes, it will. It will. I want us to follow it and see. But let's listen to what we heard on BBC. We heard something serious on BBC. And like I said, we tried making contact with Rodney's here, but you know people schedule in America. Rodney is here. We tried making contact with him as to see if we could bring him on the show. But unfortunately, it didn't realized. We're still working on it. So we'll keep you posted as we, but he was on BBC to provide clarity and context about this ruling, which I found very troubling. I found to be troubling. Up until now, it's ununderstandable. But let's listen to the video really quick. Just really, really quick. This video is very short. And okay, I think I like about it. Let me see if it can get any bigger in this. Okay.
Liberia now, where tongues have been set wagging after the defendants in a high-stakes drug smuggling trial were acquitted following a trial. That's despite what many, including the government, believe is compelling evidence. The 4 men were charged with smuggling $100 million worth of cocaine into the country, making it one of the largest drug-related cases in Liberia's history. The court has also ruled that the $200,000 that was seized from the men by the Liberian government be returned to them. Let's get more on this fascinating story now. I'm joined by Liberian journalist Rodney Sie. He's actually traveling in the United States at the moment and joins us from Tampa, Florida. Rodney, please give us some background into this story.
Oh, Peter, this is a very shocking time for Liberia. This is a case that when it happened a few months ago, the U.S. government had people on the scene of the arrest and the seizure of the drugs. There were witnesses, there were recordings, there were video recordings, everything. And so yesterday, when the court came down with the verdict, the whole country went in uproar because this is very shocking to everybody.
So how did the jury reach this verdict? Because I'm told that's an open secret in Liberia.
Well, prior to the jury going into session, the judge instructed them that if the verdict was not guilty, that they will have to, the government will have to pay the money back to the drug suspects. And this was a sign of influencing the jury in the sense of the justice minister, who told me this morning that he was very, very shocked about the verdict, that he's sad about it. He's going to, in fact, make an appeal to the Supreme Court and have the guys rearrested. However, we just got word an hour ago that the minister told me that they cannot find the suspects anymore. So probably they have fled the country.
Because, I mean, not all those suspects were Liberian citizens. I think only one of the 4 who appeared in court was a Liberian citizen. I mean, it's got Liberians talking. It's also got the government steaming mad. What are people saying?
Well, people are shocked. I spoke to a lot of people this morning. I spoke to government officials who are very concerned that this could have a bad light on the country's image internationally. I spoke to some U.S. government officials in the embassy in Liberia who told me, frankly, that they will try to arrest these guys to leave the country. And now that they've left the country, I think you're going to see a lot of international pressure on the government. This case was handled properly. In previous U.S. State Department reports, who've seen attacks on the government image regarding the judicial system that is not fair, that judges are being bribed, jurors are being bribed. So this is a case where it has a lot of international repercussions for the country.
Indeed, you talk about international impacts for Liberia. Liberia is surrounded by some fragile states like Guinea and Sierra Leone that have also been known as drug smuggling routes. What are the implications of this verdict on other countries?
Well, what this says is that Liberia's judicial system is not good. It says that if this verdict goes the way it went in other countries, we're going to see a lot of drug smugglers using Africa, West Africa, as a transit point. And that's why it's important for Liberia to set an example for other countries to follow, because this was the biggest drug bust in the country's history. We're talking about $100 million worth of cocaine that was apprehended and people were arrested in the presence of international observers, in the presence of the U.S. embassy in the country. This is very, very shocking. It's very degrading for Liberia's image.
Fascinating story indeed. Rodney Sie, the Liberian journalist who's actually speaking to us from Tampa, Florida in the United States.
Well, that was Rodney Sie's interview with the BBC. But let me corroborate some of the things that were said there, and maybe when Sekou comes back, we can start the discussion. We'll get back to the whole Joseph Yuma Boakai and what's planned and some of the promises and so forth. We'll get back to clarifying some of these things. But let me get back. Let me read something really quick. On December 9th, 2020, less than 3 years ago, Prince Johnson and Barney Sherman were sanctioned under the Magnitsky Act by the U.S. Treasury Department, by extension, the U.S. government. When I read the sanctions for both men, I realized that the crimes that were committed in the pattern were clearly stated. What's interesting is in Barney Sherman's case, this is how the U.S. assesses our judiciary system. Listen to this. Let me read this to you quick. It's very short, but let me read it to you. Quote, in 2019, the presiding judge acquitted all individuals accused of being involved in bribery schemes. Sherman offered bribes to multiple judges associated with his trial and had an undisclosed conflict of interest with the judge who ultimately returned a non-guilty verdict in July 2019. Sherman has routinely paid judges to decide cases in his favor, and he has allegedly facilitated payments to Liberian politicians to support impeachment of judges who ruled against him. Sherman's acts of bribery demonstrate a large pattern of behavior to exercise influence over the judiciary and the Ministry of Justice. Mr. Kane, we have a problems on our hand. We have a lot of problems on our hand. I know we'll go back and forth with this conversation, but what do you make of this whole idea of acquitting those guys? What do you make of this idea? Before we come back to the politics or whatever, because this is non-political. This actually has to do with the image of our country. It has to do with President George Weah telling the Liberian people that he will abide by the rules of law in our country. Not only that, he will do what is right. 100 million, 4 people accused since last year, October. They were arrested. Those drugs were turned over. Today, they are free. They are acquitted. But not only that, the judge ordered that the money be given back to them.
So, so first of all, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone following us. And those of you who are sharing the show, or those of you who are yet to share the show, I also want to encourage you not to forget to visit our Cash App. The day for that program is nearing. We are going to be, handling the process for our team to go and follow the CPP program in Grand Bassa County. Besides that, we are also working with a lot of different platforms and journalists across Liberia. People have been reaching out to us actually. As a matter of fact, Melbourne, I already interviewed some of the people who want to be a part of our team. So Steve, like you rightly said, we reached out to Rodney CA to have a conversation with him, not only about the case regarding these acquittals of those guys who were accused of drug trafficking. Also, the report in Front Page Africa regarding Joseph Barker's health. We will also talk to Rani about that. But we are trying to get a hold of him. When we do, we will actually bring him on here. However, Ronnie said something in that interview, Steve, that people are very, very concerned about. That the judge, when the judge signaled to the people, to the jury, let me tell people, a lot of people who don't understand how the justice system works. A lot of people think that it is the judge that can call the case. No. The judge, based on the jury verdict, the judge is the one that can do the sentencing. Judge will tell you, they're the one that can tell you how long you're going to be in jail for. Judge is the one that can take higher decision. But to say you are guilty or not guilty, that is done by the jury. Maybe some of you that live in the Western world have served jury duty before. Yeah, or you've been approached of jury duty. But when the judge signaled the juries, telling the juries, in fact, the people they are about to render judgment on. Everybody like Liberia, they're hungry. And jury, they're not any kind of government official there. The common citizen there. But they can take people from everywhere, mostly credible people. Who knows who's credible in Liberia? I don't know. But what they will do, those people then, they will present the case to them. They will tell them to see whether or not the people are guilty. If the judge is telling you now, the people that you're about to render judgment on, they got $200,000 coming back to them. So if you render judgment, they say they're not guilty, they will get $200,000 back. Indirectly telling the people, the judge now telling the people, if you allow the people to go free, the $200,000 they will get you some. That's exactly what the man is saying. And that is very disturbing. We have said this over and over, that the justice system under Judge Weah is very bad. So the jury, the people that were in that jury, they were manipulated somehow. They were corrupt. They were corrupted. They told the people and say, if you people say they people are not guilty, they got $200,000 coming back to them. What people will do? They're all hungry. In fact, the people then that's what you have they don't have access about any information about the judge's decision. So in short, Steve, this is disturbing. It speaks to the fact that this is not an isolated incident. These are all organized crime, aided and abetted by key government officials. And in this case, some people even accuse the president, because we learned that one of the people that were the main person that followed the consignment all the way to Liberia was picked up at the airport by George Weah's son and was also dropped to the airport, to the hotel by the president's son, allegedly. So if that is the case, what do you expect? People will be free. So the justice system from top to the bottom, they are corrupt. The whole system is corrupt. And in any country where the executive controls the judicial system, especially the Supreme Court, all the way down to the lower court, what do you expect? You remember one time, about 2 years ago, group of judges, they gathered together and protest that they were not getting money, that they had to rely on bribery from people that go to court. So that's very, very concerning, and I think our people should be ashamed of themselves. So people, when they say jury, then make a decision, the jury then are common people then, poor people then, broke people, some of them are broke, some of them got money, some of them, but majority of the people there, they just common people, they're not government officials. So let's say you go to 10 citizens on the street and say you can't do jury duty for somebody that get $200,000, they're hungry, and you tell us, say, you enter the point and say you're not guilty. If you say the person not guilty, that means the person will get $200,000 back. You will get some. So what do you expect? That's pretty simple. That is the problem.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Kane. Well, folks, we know that we'll be following her on this story. We know that for a fact. We'll be following with this story. We know there will be some actions taken. We're not provided a timeline, but we do know that, you know. And so we're watching, but there will be consequences. I know that for a fact. And I know what it means when people from the diplomatic world tell you there will be consequences. I know what it means. In as much as that statement is open, it means a lot more than just being open. So when I was told that last night, I was like, this is very concerning. That it's reached the highest level and it's gotten the attention of some serious people. Really, really serious. That the Liberian government has decided to do nothing about the issue of drugs or so forth. But I'd like to switch a little bit to leave the government, CDC, because CDC will be CDC. We already know what they can do. Like I've always said. Truly speaking, unless time for campaign to remind the Liberian people, I'm not going to waste my time with CDC. Nope. I know the Liberian people will not vote CDC. That is a fact. And I know CDC will not rig the election. That is another fact. Because any attempt to attend the Liberian people will resist. That I know. That I'm aware of. I'm aware of it 100%. There is no way CDC is imposing or forcing herself on people. That's not going to happen. Now, the group of people that you must be afraid of are the ones who are in power, who are desperate, who feel entitled, who feel as though Liberia for them. They must come back to power. By all means, they must get rid of everybody else, play everybody around, and come to power. That the people there need to be worried about. That the people there need to be worried about. And those people are the Unity Party and Joseph Boakai. I'll say again. The people you need to be afraid of and you need to be worried about. And that's CDC. CDC is not a threat. CDC is, let me tell you something, CDC is shooting herself in the foot every day. The people you need to be worried about are Unity Party and Joseph Yuma Boakai, who are desperate to come back to power. Because just in 6 years or in 5 years, those boys are hungry. Those boys are struggling. Those boys and girls, those women and men are hungry, they're struggling. They can't sustain. So they are doing everything they can to come back to power. They will even dance with the devil and sleep with the devil to come back to power. For them, it's about coming back to power. When you hear them saying, oh, the other person desperate, they're not true. They are projecting their feelings on other people. They're trying to make it seem that other people are desperate, but they are the ones desperate. Listen, I know some of you, I saw some people who support Joseph Boakai and UP happy about the reporting of Front Page Africa on this drug issue, Mr. Kane. They were very happy that finally is exposed and this one is happening. That's true. All I agree. But when Front Page Africa reports yesterday that Joseph Yuma Boakai 75% of his life is relying on. Mr. Kane, you are muted. 75% of his.
It says. Let me correct.
97.5%.
97.5%
of his, literally his life is relying on
the pacemaker.
Something else, or the pacemaker. Then they say, from the Africa not credible, and you so listen to them because they're reporting that in their favor when against the God. Let me tell you something. They want to lie to you and blind your eyes and say, let's make it about the government, whatever it is. No, that's not true. It's never about people coming together and fighting the government. Don't waste your time saying that you're fighting Jowea. They want you to be the focus. Why they are doing other things under cover. Look, prominent, serious-minded people are concerned and worried about the choice that Joseph Yuma Boakai made to select Jeremiah Kun. By extension, bringing Prince Johnson close to the mansion. Joseph Yuma Boakai is not all right. He is sick. That's something we're not shy away from. That's something we'll talk about. Joseph Yuma Boaka is not all right. He's sick. Joseph Yuma Boaka, there is no way Joseph Yuma Boaka can rescue any country or lead any country. He is not in a capacity to make any decision that is sanguine. In other words, it's not sound. It's not reasonable. Joseph Yuma Boaka can't do that. He ain't able to do it. He's not able to do it. Yeah. This idea that Joseph Yuma Boaka everybody else must fall in line and go on the paper as number 2 and do the one and do that one is a hoax. It's deceptive. It's criminally minded. Mr. Cannon, we are informed. Part of the reasons, apart from allegedly Senator Yomdi Kanga and taking money or receiving money or bribe or whatever, we are informed reliably. Senator Yomdi Kanga Lawrence and Senator Darius Delon were made aware of Joseph Yuma Boaka's condition. They were. At first, they were just in the mouth. At first, it was just in the mouth. I was just dissing. We are informed that they were made aware by one of their key allies, went to them and showed them evidences with Joseph Yuma Boaka's record. You know what they did?
No.
Instead of that, telling them to say, my people, we can make decisions. There's no way we can allow this. You know what they did? They went to Jeremiah Kun, knowing that Jeremiah Kun is also aware of the condition of Joseph Yuma Boaka. They went to Jeremiah Kun, and you know what they did? Jeremiah Kun promised them that he would name Senator Yomdi Kanga Lawrence as vice president. Jeremiah Kun did that when Joseph Yuma Boaka dies. God forbid. But Jeremiah Kun, on the other token, has also promised Bernie Samoka to make him vice president. So by extension, Mr. Kane, this is not about Liberia. This is not even about the Unity Party. I see the Unity Party people passing around. Instead of worrying about raising a young person, healthy person that will take over the party to keep the spirit, to keep the momentum, to keep whatever they got going on according to them in the party. They're not worried about that. They're able, they're eager to come to power. That is their only concern, so they can get job. They're not even worried about sustaining the legacy of the party or sustaining the party if they have any legacy to protect. Because the person who had a legacy to protect the only person for any party, which is Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Joseph Yuma Boaka, who should be somebody who don't have a legacy or whatever it is, he playing con games with everybody, playing everybody. Like he's the smartest man in town. He's a new person, he's a new BM in town, playing everybody. Wow. Just lying, promising, and playing everybody. And when you say these things, people think the things are joke. They're not joke. My people, you're sitting down and you're thinking the thing that joke. This is not a joke. These guys already have plans past Joseph Yuma Boaka a long time. And some of you are not even incorporated in the plans. You know what's interesting? Even Jeremiah Kun said that they've started having discussion of 2029. This thing is beyond your. These guys are looking all the way to 2020. And all the things you see them doing, let me tell you something. They're just using your temporarily. Temporarily. Who told you all these people they're about changing Liberia or they're about, who told you that? Who told you this is the plan? Who told you some of you will even be considered? I see some of you passing around fighting and causing people. Who told you this is about Unity Party? Who told you this is about Unity Party? Who really told you this? Who really told you this is about Joseph Yuma Boaka? Somebody who tell you, they tell you. Some of you work, let me tell you something. Some of you work in the healthcare field. You know what it means? When they tell you somebody's life, 97.5% of their life is dependent on a pacemaker. You know what it means. And some of us take care of those patients. Some of us provide services to those people. We see how they are. We see how their life is so dependent on us, the cares and the services we provide for them. And you tell me in your sound mind that we're supposed to sit and say, there's a person who's going to rally around the world, you let her change Liberia. What kind of sense are you making?
Yeah.
Think about it. What sense are you making? Which one of the serious-minded leaders that won't change? And that's why you see the same way how they brought the black voting conversation, they will always try to push it. That's why you see Senator Republican Lawrence made that statement that Joseph Yuman Boakai will not campaign. Because part of the reason also is if Joseph Yuman Boakai's attempts to go in the public and just do any kind of rigorous assignment or get involved with anything strenuous or stressful, his movement around that too much. It's a problem. It's a problem. By essence, what they are saying is these guys want to eat. The only thing they're worried about is Joseph Yuman Boakai. It's just like you take an old person, the person got money in the bank, you want to take it from them. Or they got someone of value, you want to take it from them. You just be petting them to carry them to the go and sign that paper. Once they sign that paper, it's a wrap. You don't care about them. And some of you are passing it around shamelessly, hopelessly. Talking about Joseph Yuman Boakai. Joseph Boakai, physical morphology, he know that somebody that he want to rescue country. Joseph Yuman Boakai know that he want to really stand the tension and the rigorous activities that will come with the election. Joseph Yuman Boakai look like body able to take that in there. Joseph Boakai told you in the interview on 50-50 last year, May, I think 26 or 28, with what a guy named Tima Jalate.
Timas.
Joseph Yuman Boakai told you the reason why he was able to go to the hospital, even though he lied that he didn't get surgery, to get a pacemaker in him, which I think he was trying to play that he's playing smart, but Joseph Yuman Boakai didn't understand that age does not mean that you're smart. It doesn't mean that you're wise. But I won't aside the point, because the truth of the matter is he lied. But I know Joseph Yuman Boakai is a liar. That I know. The point who want to say, oh, that old man and traditional, you can say that. Listen, traditionally I can say when an old man lie, that person lie. I can say it, I can say it. The day my pa lie, I will say my pa lie. When my man lie, I say my man lie. What do you not want to? It will break the tradition. It will kill the tradition. Oh, the man like, oh man, you can't say the man lie. When you say it will be disrespectful, oh, guess what? I just said it. I said it and I stand by it. He lied. But the issue here is not his lies, because we know that he will lie and he continues to lie. That's not the issue. The issue here is this. He said the reason for which, the reason I took him to the hospital. And if you say that lie, I will give Sekou a moment. I will go and pull out the video and play the video to you. Because some of you, we will have to beat senses into your head daily, so that it can make sense to you, so that you can pass around and fool the ordinary people. You can pass around and laugh for other people. You know, I had a huge conversation with one of my friends. I told him, I said, it's okay for you to support anybody you want to support. But what is not okay is for you to lie for somebody or defend somebody's lie. It's not okay. It's okay for you to state your reason for which you want to support somebody. Nothing wrong with that. But when you decide deliberately knowing the truth and you decide to stay lie on behalf of somebody, that's when the Bible said frowns upon it. So Joseph Boakai told us in that tape, and I'll play the tape. I will roll the tape now. I wrote a tip that the elections and the government activity and the stress from them led to him going to the hospital to get the pacemaker. And that what thing will come and get in again. That crusade, that fast and prayer, that church, that social activity, that party, and that election. What y'all want to do is y'all want to kill this man before his time. That's what y'all want to do. That's it. They don't care about him. To the point that you even sit around and this old man is taking steroid. Do you know how dangerous that is? You know, Mr. Kennedy, I was looking it up and I was reading it. And I said, these guys are dangerous. This is very risky. We need to sustain and keep this man up. Mr. Kennedy, I beg you, why, you know, maybe you have a question or something.
I'm good. I'm good. Do whatever you want.
Let me log into to Facebook here and pull this because I saved that video in my account here. Let me log into this thing here. Let me log into this file here and pull this video up and play it for these people, because so many people here, even deliverance can't help them. You get into the church and they pray for them and can't help them because the stupidity is contagious. It's beyond repair. Some of them, but we'll play the video so and hear old boys talking it.
So why
I've
why
never
you
seen
do-
this market before.
why you doing that? Why you doing that, Steve? You know, sometimes when you see me here listening and smiling, some of the comments, some of the comments can really, you know, they can get me thinking that the kind of country we have and the kind of people we are dealing with. You know, when somebody say our minds are made up, somebody say no matter what you say, no matter what facts you present to us, we will still vote for this.
1 second.
See, are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm
Okay.
just trying to pull out the video. I'm hearing you, Sekou.
Yeah, we continue to do that. So if the person tells you that I don't care what you say, I don't care the facts about the facts, I don't care even if the man is in a wheelchair, that the man will want. Doesn't that tell you something, and something big? That is to tell you that the person who is saying that, their decision to support that person has nothing to do with country, has nothing to do with the future of your children or our children. It has nothing to do with the person. In fact, for them, it's about themselves. For them, some of them see this whole politics thing as sport. When one person is supporting Madrid, so other person is supporting Barcelona. When the game finish, everybody happy, be jealous in each other, be talking trash to each other. That's how some of them think it is. That's why they don't care, because they don't know what they are actually doing. They don't know what they are putting the country into. Let me tell you something, the same group of people, they are on both sides. When I say both sides, both UP and the CDC. The same people that say, you came mama, you came papa, I will vote for you. And the same people that say, you sponsor war, you don't sponsor war, Ellen, we will vote for you. It is the same people that also said, you know Bo, you don't know Bo, will vote for you. Now they are telling you, you pacemaker, you not pacemaker, will vote for you. You Seko, you not Seko, will vote for you. Even the mayor is in the dying bed, will vote for him. And something is not right. But what is even concerning to me, Steve, before you play the video? We know the people that are making these comments, they are not in majority.
Yep.
They are in minority. But if majority of the people sit by and not vote, then the action of the few, of the minority, especially stupid minority. You know, somebody say, do not underestimate the power of stupid people, especially when they're in good number. They can change things, they can leverage things.
Yep.
They can impact things, especially when the good people sit by and do nothing. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, folks, let me play that video really quick, because some of you will have to help yourselves in your quest to so-called save Liberia. You are setting yourself up for
did go to a hospital because I found out that there was a lot of pressure beginning with the government, with the campaign and all of this. And yes, I went to hospital, but I'm very fit.
You want to do your physical, right?
Pardon?
You want to do your physical?
They're a
checkup?
pacemaker. Yes.
Okay.
People be paid. Let me talk about the surgery. I don't have any heart surgery. I didn't have any heart disease. No heart surgery.
But what you get a pacemaker for?
So for those of you who carrying the story around, you got to go and check it out. I have no heart
This is
surgery.
not
I
even
have no heart
the
disease.
just a
I
little.
move around.
You
I did
need
go to hospital
a better one. That way he can be very explicit.
because I found out that there was a lot of pressure beginning with the government, with the campaign and all of that. And yes, I went to hospital. But I'm very fit.
You want to do your physical, right?
Pardon?
You want to do your physical?
They're a
checkup?
pacemaker. Yes.
Okay.
People be paid.
Okay. Well,
that's not even the actual video, Steve. You know that one, you play with it, they just cut a little bit and put it on the whoever did that. They not, the actual video, T-Max can ask him.
I do have the actual video.
Yeah, but that's the way you should play because people will understand exactly because how can somebody say I did not have
Okay,
surgery,
give me a second. Let me
I do not have heart problem, but I got pacemaker.
The exact timing on the
That's
actual
been
video.
deceptive. How can somebody say you don't?
I said
We are not medical practitioners, right? But how somebody administer pacemaker without having a surgery? As a matter of fact, what is the definition of surgery? What is surgery in the first place? What? I'm fit when you cannot walk without steroid. I'm fit. Look, you listened to the Omer the last time in Grand Bassa. Everybody spoke. We're hearing them. When the Omer took the podium because he cannot speak louder, he cannot shout because he could collapse. I mean, let's be honest. This is not fair. And sometimes I kind of see Ambassador Boakai as a victim. But when he himself makes some comments, I got confused. I got a lot of respect for the papi, to be honest. I got a lot of respect for the woman. But how will you say, I do not have heart problem? I did not have surgery, but I got pacemaker. Why you got pacemaker? You have you're normal. You got no heart problem. From our understanding, a pacemaker is inserted in somebody to help your heart to breathe. If at all your heart give up in any given time. Now, the new report in Front Page Africa is telling you the Chinese man who is injecting steroid into the old man, they are doing it to give him energy. Beyond that, that report is saying because the pacemaker is inserted, that the pacemaker helping the man to survive right now. The pacemaker is a lifeline for Joseph Nima Boakai as we speak. They're telling you the man breathing is being supported at the 7.5%. That means the normal breathing from his heart is only 0.2% or 2.5%. Not the 7.5%, it means only 0.2% that like a normal human breathing. The rest of it is a machine. That's why the battery on our machine, they say it's going to expire from January, it's going to expire in 6 months. And the 6 months will be this coming June. And those guys who wanted him to run, who wanted him to run because of their benefit, or who wanted him to appoint somebody that they can get money from to run their campaign for representative, they told the woman to stay. In fact, they don't want the woman to travel on a ticket that cost her purchase. Now, they were even forcing the man to continue taking the steroids until the election time. The man got to tell them and say, they are down. Because the doctor say 6 months, and 6 months will be in June, from January. So you don't want me to stay here, then something will happen to me. Now people let me go. They say, but Papa, when you go now, then what will happen? We yesterday think when you go, you're going to take 2 months, 3, 4 months, up to 5 months. And the election, we're going to get 5 months to the election. Then what will happen? Papa said, but I will not die here. I gotta go. So they force the old man now to do whatever they want him to do. The old man will travel. Now they are preparing themselves in case of any eventuality, in case of any problem. They know exactly there will be a problem. And they even told each other, Papa will soon go. You listen to Prince Johnson. I'll play that video today before we leave. Prince Johnson said in Nimba County, in a radio station, at the radio, Steve, you're muted. He said,
I think I got it. I think I got a portion how to skim through, but I think I got a portion of the original video. Let me play it real quick.
Very good. We'll do that.
I think I got a portion here. Let me play that really quick. Really quick.
When Doe fired me, he took the longest time to replace me by the Liberals because he thought I was going to go back. And I wrote him a letter and I thanked him. I didn't commit crime. I didn't steal money.
So Doe actually fired JMB?
Why
yes.
Should someone remember the party? So when you hear people are firing government, let us state the reason. Sometimes they have a better way of putting it for administrative reason. The president reserves the discretion. Wherever I have worked, when you have problem with people, you talk about Sawyer. Sawyer was now the Minister of Agriculture. Today you ask Sawyer, I was sent to LPRC with a letter to perform a special. Go restructure the place, make sure you put orderliness in place. And there was an understudy. And after that, they asked me. If Sawyer were to have been asked today why he did it, he knows the reason. It was all political. The first thing we came here, I was elected as president of the Movement for the Protection of Liberian Interests. Gueglo was one of my one of my deputies. The late ambassador for Sifat for
Serenus 4.
Serenus 4.
First of all, you people,
the moment we came here back in 92, of all of those towers, they elected me. And I know I had always been asked, where do you come from? Because I was not part of Moja or not part of them, but I always came in and people, because they respected me. But at some point in time, people always believe that certain reasons they should ask you to leave, you leave. So you're talking about firing. Government is, once the reasons are stated why you should be fired, the president reserves the right. It's not always because you've done something, maybe you stole or something, but the president reserved the discretion. So I was not fired for any other reason but political. And you talk about Weir. How do you compare yourself to Weir? Let me talk about the surgery. I don't have any heart surgery. I didn't have any heart disease. No heart surgery. So for those of you who carrying the story around, you got to go and check it out. I have no heart surgery. I have no heart disease. I move around. I did go to a hospital because I found out that there was a lot of pressure beginning with the government, with the campaign and all of that. And yes, I went to hospital, but I'm very fit.
You want to do your physical, right?
Pardon?
You want to do your physical.
They're a pacemaker. Yes.
Okay.
People with pacemaker have lived up to 90. That's not a problem. I am well, and the money that was paid was government money that was paid, and it was my benefit. Now let's go to the other caller who talk about how do I compare myself?
So Steve, you're muted.
That was Joseph Yuma Bwaka for you, saying that, first of all, that these older men, you know,
wow,
one of the reasons for which people get old is so you can be respected, because age are not coincidence. No, they're not coincidence, and you can look in the sky and get age. But when you're an old man and you decide to lie, and you expect some of us to not say you lie, the day I get old, when I lie, please call me out. Please, that is the right thing to do. For Joseph Yuma Bwaka to say the money that was given to him by President George Manuel Weah to go and do the surgery, that was his pension money. Well, then his brother Prince Johnson told y'all, his vice president Prince Johnson just told y'all that it was George Weah who saved his life, who took him off the floor and flew him out of the country. That was pension money. His pension money, his so-called pension money, able to pay for his surgery bill. Oh, on the other hand, sir, we are told and reliably informed. We are informed with facts that even Alexander Cummings contributed to his surgery. He ever told you that before? Joseph Bwaka ever told you that before? Let me tell you something. There's not old competition with him. This is not about old and young. This is not about the person sick. Don't talk about it or whatever it is. We'll talk about it. Vice President Joseph Yuma Bwaka is deceptive, and he should be called out for it. Please don't get me wrong. There is no way I support George Weah or CDC. Even in my dream, when I see myself, God forbid, I dream, I see myself supporting George Weah or CDC, I will have to wake up from sleep because I'm having a bad dream. But I will not sit around and play what you and we don't put it there. The truth of the matter is, President George Weah did contribute to Joseph Yuma, and I know pension money. Don't forget what I've scammed Joseph Bwaka giving you. How much pension money? Also, that is same pension money, he living, that is same pension money, he taking borrowing money. Or he get pension money, then why he be borrowing money to live on? Why? If he get pension money, like, he want to take care of his medical expenses out of the country. So let's stop this deception, please. Yeah, let's stop this deception. Yeah, let's present the fact to the Liberian people, let the Liberian people make their decision. That's okay. But this deception must not continue. We cannot continue to lie to our people in the name of politics. No, we cannot continue to do that. We cannot continue to do that. The play was somebody do good, let's say somebody do good there. The Joseph Bwaka ever admit to you that Alexander Cummings contributed to his surgery? He not tell you that one before? No, he need to tell you that one. He need to tell you that one. Or he need to come and dispute it. Let he dispute it today. I challenge the United Party. In fact, the crook party that you're running around with, let me tell you what is happening in America with them. There's a kind of, because there's serious issue going on with these crooks, these unserious bunch of people that they get together. First of all, let me tell you what is going on. There's some serious things going on that we need to talk about the United Party, because in other Joseph Yuma Bwaka is the baggage that he come with a lack of leadership. Let United Party people come and tell us what Joseph Yuma Bwaka did over all the years he worked in government that is sustainable to benefit the Liberian people. Let him come and tell you. Let him come and tell you. They play the truth and we tell the truth. We're not on down the night about South, not South. Let me tell you what happened in America to United Party.
Let me interrupt you a little bit. I want to interrupt you a little bit because you just play a video supporting what we have been saying the whole time. And people have been denying it. So when you play that video, before we transition to something else, I just want to point something out real quick. If you are a medical practitioner, a doctor, or somebody who actually understands what a pacemaker is and its function, please call in and tell us what you know. And don't also think that you come here and lie, though, because we will ask you tough questions. Whether they lie for or against, Bwaka will still ask you tough questions. But we want people who knows, who understands this whole issue of pacemaker, let it tell us. But the report in Front Page Africa that says the Boakai heart beat is 97.5% relying on the pacemaker. That tells us that the information that we already got, that pacemaker is there to support the heartbeat, the pump, that help the heart, to pump blood. And if the pacemaker is engaged, it means that the heart is not functioning properly. It's not pumping at normal routine, normal stage. In fact, when the Omen says, he said, I never have heart surgery. I do not have heart problem. But I got pacemaker. That was it for me. To be honest with you, I respect a lot of respect for the Omen. That means the Omen was being very much deceptive. We got a lot of people, older people in Liberia. How many of them get pacemakers? You take they put pacemaker in you because you have heart problem. But to say I do not have heart problem, I did not have heart surgery, but I got pacemaker. I don't even understand that. But people who I don't want to understand, people who actually understand these things, that work. I mean, I don't even know. So when you finish, we take calls people who actually understand the pacemaker thing, that tell us how it works and why and how it is inserted in people. I don't understand.
So, Mr. Cannon,
yeah,
in America, there's the Foreign Act for registration. It's called the FARA. In other words, this is used normally when you are engaged in soliciting or collecting money as a second party or a third party, or making any kind of contribution to a political venture out of the US, you must register as a foreign agent. You have to. You can't put it in the political party name, collect money on behalf of the political party and use it. When you are reported to IRS, you could get into some serious trouble. Now, here are the penalties before I go into the conversation here, before you open the line. Here are the penalties. Here are the penalties if you refuse to register. The penalty for willful violation of the FARA is imprisonment for not more than 5 years, a fine of $250,000 US or both. So you can either get both. The Foreign Registration Act, the Foreign Agent Registration Act, you must register to that. The United Party, USA and Canada, have exposed themselves to something very interesting, because there are other concerned citizens and other Liberians who are about to report them to the IRS for collecting monies in the US and not reporting it or not reporting themselves as a foreign agent. Part of the reason you see the ANC, they have the ANC Global, they are registered under the Foreign Act. This thing is interesting. And they're taking it for a joke. But it will bring us in the time. Because from the reporting and from what we are getting, this could lead to some trouble. This has nothing to do with Joseph Human Boakai's personal NGO that registered in Rhode Island, that he comes and collects money for and collects things and donation and carry and go use it for political means. It has nothing to do with it. This is the actual USA and Canada chapter Unity Party. Now, please don't get confused. Don't let nobody confuse you. There is a problem, and there is a case filed in Delaware. There's a case filed in Delaware. Let me read it really quick. James Rogers versus Theophilus Briswell. In the Court of Commonwealth.
Did you not to cut you off? Let me say this. So those of you who are calling, if you call one line, that is okay, because people who are nurses and medical practitioners are calling Steve. So I just want to let them know. If that other line doesn't go through, it means that line is occupied. Call the other one, that will put you on hold on the other one. I already have people on hold on the first line. Call the other line. Let me bring all the numbers. Steve, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So in Delaware, we'll follow up maybe by Monday or Tuesday to find out, to get the court rulings and so forth. Listen, and now there's a notice for hearing. But before the hearing, it was Capet Dwyer who gave the go-ahead for one chapter, somebody from one chapter to sue another person. Because apparently, somebody was collecting money on behalf of the... No, the guy is some serious entanglement that's confusing. I thought you said that people are confused. But on the 18th, they had to appear in court. And the time they had to appear, 9:30 a.m. This was filed on the 17th, and also the hearing was set for the 19th. Now, before this hearing, Mr. Capet Dwyer, who is the chairman, this is the letter he wrote. Honorable James Roger, Eastern Region Vice President, Unity Party, USA and Canada. Dear Honorable, per the resolution of the National Election Executive Committee in May 3rd meeting, you are hereby authorized to execute any and all legal proceedings, issue an injunction against Theophilus Briswell and others, all that are misappropriating our name, to organize our names, to organize a decision-making forum and raise money without our permission and authorization. So Capet Dwyer said they must sue one group of people. This particular case we are following up on to see how far it goes, because there is serious noise coming, and this is not good, especially not in political year. This is not good. You don't want to have that kind of fight. But even more so, the convention was canceled. They should have had a convention this weekend. It was canceled. They went as far as the chairman from Liberia, Crop Chairman Luther Tappe. Y'all hear Luther Tappe's stories. Y'all relax. Luther Tappe's story coming. Y'all relax. Luther Tappe. Luther Tappe's story coming. Y'all hear Luther Tappe, that scammer, that crook. Luther Tappe, Unity Party chairman. He jealous Joseph Boaka. They're liars. They're crooks. They're not serious. He jealous Joseph Boaka. Many of you have heard his name, Benu Hunter. Benu Hunter has been one of the strongest supporters of the Unity Party. Luther Tappe had to write her personally and tell her, we got covered a letter here now. Letter, we get it here. Luther Tappe.
When you're ready, let me know. I got people then on hold.
So Luther Tappe said they might cancel the convention. That our convention, we are still holding our convention, what we prepare to go to. They cancel it last minute time. Or God there. We're watching. Mr. Kanye, let's take some calls.
Yeah, let's discuss. Caller 242 number, last 4 digit 8821. What is your name and where you calling from?
This is Leslie.
Oh, okay. How are you?
Okay. Good. Okay, you asked about the pacemaker.
Yeah, so you want to tell us what you know and who you are, because in terms of profession, because people we need people with some.
Oh, okay. I'm a registered nurse.
A registered nurse. Okay.
Yes, 25 years.
Okay.
Did surgery for 15 years.
Okay.
So we did pacemaker. I did cardiac cath lab for 3 years. We did put in pacemakers. But anyway, pacemakers are put in for 3 reasons. And all of those reasons, you have to have abnormality of the heart before they do a pacemaker. They just don't give you a pacemaker because you say your heart is beating slow, or give you pacemaker because they say you're so tired, and they will put a pacemaker in. 3 reasons. One is what we call congestive heart failure stage 4. Congestive heart failure come in with cardiomyopathy, where the heart is enlarged and you're not getting enough pumping to the heart. So with the congestive heart failure, they may ask you if you want a pacemaker now. That one is either you want it or you don't want it. Most people with congestive heart failure do live without pacemaker. Because some people will say, I know people with congestive heart failure that don't have pacemakers. Yes, they can. But when they are at stage 4, when their heart is so weak, the doctor would give them that option. We have another one called sick sinus syndrome. The sinus node, the SA node in the heart, is the pacemaker of the heart, what we call the SA node. So a sick sinus syndrome means that the SA node in the heart is not working. So they will put in a pacemaker. And those people with pacemakers, they will set them at a rate of 60 or 65, between there, for their heart rate at all times. And so if you go and take their blood pressure, their vital signs, you will know they have a pacemaker, because their heart rate will not go above 65. It will not go below 65, except the pacemaker is malfunctioning. The third one is what we call arrhythmias. When the heart has arrhythmias, where it's irregular heartbeat. Sometimes it's fluttering, it's fibrillating, ventricular arrhythmias and stuff like that. They will put in a pacemaker, but this one they will put in what is called known as a BiD AICD, because that one, it kind of like has a shock in it, a defibrillator. So if your heart is going too fast or too slow, it will shock you. Like if you're having CPR and the people put the thing on you to shock you, that's how it will shock you. And that's the one that you cannot have your cell phone in your pocket, because what happens is if you have your cell phone in your pocket, it may interfere with the that form of pacemaker. So when this guy was talking to you on, I think it was yesterday, about Mr. Boycott cannot put his pacemaker, or he can't carry his pacemaker on him.
No, his cell phone. He said cell phone.
His cell phone. Mm-hmm. That tells me to believe that he must have a BiD, AICD, which will shock him, and so you keep certain devices away from you. And I know they said that they can have monitoring. They do have telemonitoring, but you cannot telemonitor from the state to Liberia. And they will only telemonitor your pacemaker to see how much life you have in it, or like for maintenance, to see how much life you have in it, and they will tell you, oh, you have to come in so we can change the batteries. Now, pacemakers have between 1 to 7 year life. It depends, depends what it is. So it has up to 7 year life in it. And after that 7 years, you have to change it. But if he has a pacemaker that is saying that it was just put in 2018, and he has to go and change it, that means his heart is weaker, and they're trying to tell him that, you need a change and we need to do something else. And I guess that's why the triple bypass come in, because maybe the heart is too weak.
How you call that? Triple what?
Triple bypass.
Triple bypass?
And let me tell you about the triple bypass.
Okay.
And that's the one that I think that people are saying that he will have, because pacemaker, you can go in and put a pacemaker in today and leave the hospital tomorrow, or it's a same-day procedure, all depending how healthy or how strong you are. Okay? We do not keep people in the hospital for pacemaker more than 24 hours. If it's only a pacemaker by these, because these are outpatient surgery procedures. Now, a triple bypass surgery, you could have a triple bypass surgery, but what they do is they take arteries and veins from your thigh or your leg to put in the heart, because the one in the heart are already 90 or 100% clot, and so they need to bypass that. So it's like when you're going on down the road and you see the bush cover the road, then you would make another road, another area. So that's what the triple bypass is. So it's 3 veins and arteries that they're taking and putting in their heart. So when they do that, and since I take care of patients like that all the time, all the time, you know, before we used to keep patients with triple bypass in the hospital, we call it cabbage. We used to keep patients in the hospital that had cabbage for maybe a week. But now, they're sending them home. But the rehab is what is tedious. Because when you have a bypass, you may go home within 4 days, but then you will have home health. They will send you home health because you have to have it. You have your sternum open. They close it up. So you have to have certain ways, you know, that they will have to teach you and train you how to put on your clothes, how to talk. And you're so short of breath, you can't even get out of bed sometimes. So we work with them on that. And then after 6 weeks, we send you to what is called a cardiac rehab. Now, cardiac rehab is for another 6 weeks. Cardiac rehab is something like if you go to the gym, right? So cardiac rehab, they will put you on the treadmill, and they want your heart rate to go up to like 140 or something like that. So they're trying to get you fit, and it's rigorous. Cardiac rehab is really rigorous, and it's an outpatient therapy that you have to go in twice a day, you know, and they will keep you there. So maybe you have cardiac rehab for 4 hours per day. So because they want you to get back to the seminar that you were before. So these are the things that I can tell you with my knowledge that I've had, and other people can come and add on to it. But I don't think that with the triple bypass, that it's the bypass will, first of all, the doctor, when they evaluate him, they will tell him if he's strong enough to go through that. And I don't think he is because of age. Usually, now they have some very strong looking 78-year-old people that we will operate on. But if you're frail and feeble, usually we don't operate on people like that.
So Levy, before you go, I mean, I want to say thank you so much for providing these vital information to SKTV and the listening audience. For those of you who don't know Levy, when we used to have a phone show on a cell phone, Levy used to call from hospital, from work. Sometimes she'll be on the phone, they will come and call her to go and attend to a patient. So Levy, we know you. We know you're a professional. You've been supporting SKTV throughout. You've been almost, you should be on the cell phone. I want to thank you. But I want to thank you more for giving us this information. So the triple bypass that you just talked about, that GNB is likely to undertake, it means, per your explanation, 6 weeks, another 6 weeks, that could take more than 2-3 months, you know, for you to recover, you know, 100%.
And that is only if he's healing well. I'm just giving you the scenario of people who we expect to do well.
Wow. Thank you so much. Okay,
Let me
I
ask
have
you
one.
I got one question for
Go ahead.
Levy. Thank you for coming on. Maybe I missed something, but I wanted to ask you this question. Does all pacemaker, all of the different types that you talked about, do they all need or require any form of surgery or insertion or cutting, or they can just be placed on your skin and you just go home?
No, now all pacemakers. Now, when I work in cath lab, we do put in pacemakers in the cath lab, but all these are things that you go under the skin and you're going into the heart. Because what we do is the
very good question.
We have the how do you call it, the string, and like the pacemaker node is like a wire, so we have to thread it into the heart. So most of the time, most people with pacemakers, you will see on the left side because it's closer to the heart and it's closer to the SA node. Right. And it's tougher for us. But some people, you may see on the right side, that one is harder because we have to, we have to go all the way down with the guide wire to get into the heart. But everything is, you have to either be in surgery or in the cath lab.
Okay, so either ways you put it, what you are saying, either ways you put it, it could be a minor or very minor surgery, but it will require some kind of insertion or cutting.
Yeah, pacemaker, yes, definitely. We do cut the skin and we get into the arteries. Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
so what you're saying, in essence, the surgery might not be as big as a triple bypass surgery.
Yes.
Okay.
So we are told a triple bypass surgery, that is open heart surgery.
Yes, it's open heart.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Folks, there you have it. Let's take another call, Mr. Kenneth.
Wow. Folks, I can't think, can you imagine? So that means Boakai actually went on the surgery.
He went on the surgery and he lied.
To get the first pacemaker.
Yes.
Now he's going to undergo a triple bypass surgery that will be open heart surgery.
Yes. Which is even bigger and dangerous and risky than triple bypass.
He's even saying doctor will even allow that to happen, only allow that to happen if his stamina allows it, if he's strong enough.
Yes.
To go through that. Let's take the next caller. I got two more people here that I want to chip in. Caller, that the last 4 digit is 0047. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, Sheku, how are you? This is Kev Hassan.
Oh, Kev Hassan. Welcome, my brother.
Yeah, I just want to chip in on that little idea.
Okay.
I want you guys to not focus on the surgery, but focus the purpose of pacemaker.
Yes.
You see, the chest, they consider as the trunk of the body, the trunk. In that trunk, you have your heart. It's like the car with the engine. The engine, the heart is the engine in the body. The engine needs oil, the engine needs plugs and everything to jumpstart it. The purpose of the pacemaker is to put energy in the heart because the heart is no longer can pump blood and flow because the blood going into your heart and flow into your heart and come back to your brain and everything. That's where the heart is. The heart is pumping your blood through your system, go through your brain, everything. That's why the head is considered as the cradle. The head and the trunk are the most important part in human body. Even when people go for war, you see they put the thing, they put something on their head and the chest to protect the chest and protect the head because they are very, very important. Joe Buckeye cannot live without your heart will not function. Your heart will not pump things around. Focus on the purpose of the pacemaker. That because they consider as a minor surgery that is under your skin, but the job of the pacemaker, and consider his age. His age. I remember I broke this pacemaker news. The Unity Party denied, and he went on T-Mac Gilate's show. And that show that was few days to his appearance on the Spoon when I was on Spoon. Check it. That was few days, because after I broke it, and we have all the fact that we have all the documentation that he went for that pacemaker. I remember Mo Ali and everybody came out and said I was lying. And the Papi said on T-Mac Gilate's show, few weeks. So focus on the work of a pacemaker. Let me tell you how dangerous it is. A 30-year-old Wayne Philly was supposed to carry a pacemaker because he had the same problem. But I don't know why he did that, because I remember I asked him in DC, I said, hey, you got your pacemaker? He said, not yet. And the following week, he passed away. That's how dangerous the pacemaker is. Because without the pacemaker, you cannot function. You cannot function. And if you put more weight, think about it. You have an old car, very old car, and that old car and the plugs, which are the pacemaker to actually put some energy to that engine, and that plug is old. That car, or you overuse that car, it will break down. So when they come out and tell you that Buckeye will not campaign, because this is complete advice from the doctor. He cannot campaign. And if you cannot campaign, how can you run the country? Because you have to be flying different countries. You have to be doing this thing. How can you run a country? So the reason they said that is from the doctor advice. Don't let him campaign. And you will not see Joe Buckeye campaigning, because he due for his surgery, but they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it because they don't want him to come because of the optics. So what they will do is they will postpone it while we get him. Maybe they will change it. But while we get him now, they don't want him to come for the surgery. They want to postpone it and kind of like keep him quiet until after the election. That's what put doctor, get doctor to see how they can manage it. But it's a very dangerous thing to do. It's risky.
Thank you, Kevin. So in short, before you go though, I want to ask you, and then Steve will ask you.
Yeah.
You are saying when the woman said, "I do not have heart disease," how will a pacemaker be recommended by a doctor if you do not have heart problem at all?
You see how it's just simple. You're not going to have a pacemaker because you want to you go to a shop. Oh, I need to buy these shoes. These shoes fine. I like these shoes. Because you have a problem with your heart. Because your heart can no longer function on its own. So you need assistance. And that pacemaker comes in to jumpstart, to put energy to that heart. That's what the pacemaker are there for. The pacemaker is not there because who will go to doctor to insert something under the skin because they want to. It's because the heart no longer can function.
Okay. Steve, let Steve ask his question, then we'll take the next call. Go ahead, Steve.
Kev, I want to ask you this question because when former Vice President Joseph Yuma Braga in an interview with T-Mac, you are close to the government. You might have access to some of these information or not. He did say that the assistance received from the president or the government was his pension, his pension money. Do you have any idea to how he was assisted if truly it was his pension money.
Listen, Steve, I want you guys to go back to that tape. I dare the new people, I dare them if they deny that Joe Buckeye, former vice president, if they deny that his pacemaker, the story I broke that he had a pacemaker, I will pull out all the information, doctor information, the money that the government spent and everything. I will put it out because we have it.
Oh,
and I dare them again on your platform. Let it deny. We put it out there. But you know what? They was smart enough to for the people to go on the back show. He announced it. So I rest. But I dare them because more of them came after me, and I dare them. And I will dare them again to deny because it will come out. But all the information, because I have the information, I'm just waiting for them, and I will put it out there.
Wow. All right, Kev, thank you so much.
So I dare them.
Thank you for chipping in. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Kev.
Wow.
Well, folks,
I still got two more people, Steve.
Yeah, but just before you go, Levy made a statement here. I want to capture that statement quick before you bring the next caller. Let me put on the screen here really quick. These are, she said the longer, they postpone his surgery, the less likely his chances are. So that means all the little games that they're playing, like we keep saying, they're pushing the surgery to this time, that time. They're putting the baby in a risky zone. And we keep saying it. We keep alarming it. The sooner, the better. But they are doing it to their own benefit. Mr. Kennedy, please take another one, please.
Now, let's take the discussion. I think this is Ben Jonah, Ben from Minnesota. Ben, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, this is, how are you? This is
Undercover citizen.
Undercover citizen.
Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I think I'm a nurse, and I'm a public health nurse as well.
Oh, are you a registered nurse as well? Or practical nurse?
And a public health nurse.
Public health nurse, okay. That's great.
So I first of all, I want to say a big thank you to
Levy.
Sister Levy.
Yeah.
She did a brilliant job, and if they cannot market that tape, then I don't think they'll market anything. Look, this is information research. You got it? I mean, for me, there are certain things I would not say because of, where I stand, but you have to do the best you can. These research are there, and she give you a lot of good information. Make the best out of it. Yes, and then there is something with regards to the heart that is called the injection fraction. It's just about the amount of blood the heart is able to push over a minute. So a normal human heart is between 60 to 100. So most people who have had pacemakers, it means that they cannot be up to 60. So they are falling below 55. So anytime that is happening, it means that the volume of blood that comes into your ventricles that's supposed to be pushed for the rest of the body, the muscles in the heart cannot do it. So then what to do is that is the reason why a pacemaker is used. And she rightly gave you the different instances in which those things can be inserted. And they are new ones now because I do work in surgery. So they are new ones now where people have their own personal monitors at home. So these monitors are with the patient, and anytime the heart barely drops way below 55, it sends a signal straight to a major monitor that sees it, that can even call 911. That is how cool this thing is. These days. So immediately the person can be accessed. At the same time, I do not want to scare people about pacemaker. Pacemaker is a very good device. It's good. It's a good thing. Why it is true that the older we get, any medical operation into your body is not a good thing. We don't, when it comes to growth development, we start from babies to young adults, and we get older, and then the next thing is death. So while it is true that pacemakers are good, they also have their own disadvantages. You are passing a lead through a person's artery. So these things themselves have their own problem. But once again, I would say a big thank you to Sis Levy. She did you guys a wonderful job. Market that clear. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much. So we'll take the next caller here. 631 number, last 4 DJ 2504. Somebody, let me say this before the person starts speaking. Somebody had Iowa number, was on hold for the longest. That person was the next person in line, but the person dropped the line. So I don't want you to think we are being selective of which number to take. I don't know who's calling. I want to answer the numbers, okay? I got friends that have their numbers stored in my phone when they call. That's why I can call their name. I don't have to, pretend that I don't know who's calling and then not calling their name. No, I don't do that. I will call you if I know you. I'll have your number saved in my phone. I'll tell you exactly who the person is. So yes, the person is calling back, but that person, let's take this caller here. 631 number. Are you there? What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Prince Massakoy, calling from New York.
Prince Massakoy, I'm happy that you called today. Yeah, tell us, because you've been writing a lot, and I'm glad that you are here, my brother. Go ahead quickly.
Yes, I have a few concerns. Okay.
Well, let me ask you before you go. Are you a medical practitioner or nurse or a doctor or something?
No, I'm not.
Okay, but then let's finish talking to nurses. Then you can come with your opinion later on, please.
You say what?
Let's finish talking to people then who are medical practitioners. That's what we say. People who know about.
Is Kev Hassan a medical practitioner?
Yeah, he's a nurse.
No, he's not. Kev is not.
But how will you say?
I'm telling you, I know Kev. Kev knows me that he's not a medical practitioner. He takes care of sick patients, but he's not. I don't want you to do that, okay?
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, give me my chance, okay?
All right, go ahead.
Kev is not a medical practitioner. He has no license to practice nursing or nothing.
Okay, it's okay.
So
Go ahead.
Is this lady that called, this ANC lady that called, and give all these different sicknesses and different functions of the battery. Okay? So I want to know if she actually said that GMB, the next president of Liberia, has a triple.
Let's say something because I can't. We will not hear the guy if ever talk.
Did she say that?
Just text me.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm asking this lady that had all these different procedures that she worked in the hospital. She said all of these. I'm asking, did she say that JMB has a double or triple bypass heart surgery? Did she say that to you?
No, she didn't say that. She said the information they got is that's what he's going to undergo this time around.
They got it from whom? From whom? We want to know the source. How you got this information?
You can ask the question when she comes back, she will answer you. Go ahead, ask your question.
No, I don't want you. I mean, if you.
But I cannot answer the question for her, my brother. Just go ahead and ask your question.
Well, listen, who is that person first of all?
No, listen.
Let him go. He's not serious.
No, let him go.
Tell people what to do here.
You run the propaganda. Listen to me. We can run the propaganda all you want. But if you want to be
there is no propaganda here. Listen, my friend. Mr. Kane call me off. That may not see where I go.
Hold on.
We're not going to entertain. I mean, I ain't going to run propaganda somewhere. Nobody running propaganda. Don't bring disrespect to anybody here. Don't bring disrespect to anybody here. Who are you to get that positive propaganda?
Mr. Massakoy, okay, just hold a second. Let's be safer here. Just hold a second. Okay, no, listen to me. Listen to me. Just a second.
He's not serious. They ain't go say that somewhere.
Just a second.
Propaganda, yeah.
Steve, please. Okay. Mr. Massakoy.
Yeah.
You've been following this platform for a very while. You are one of the big fans of SKTV, and I respect that. You understand? We can always disagree to agree. That's fine.
Right.
You can always accuse her of being SKTV and being ANC platform, Kumi platform. That's fine. So now, I want you to understand. Somebody came here and spoke, and she spoke very, very clearly, lengthily. So I cannot answer a question for her. If you have a question for her, what I want you to do, give your opinion how you feel about her assessment. That's fine. And then listen now. Listen. Let me finish, my man. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't be talking over me. Let me finish. But let me finish. When I finish, then you can talk. Listen now. But if you don't listen to me, then how are we going to hear each other? That's not good. Okay. Let me conclude. Then you can come in and talk.
You really got patient.
Okay. What I'm telling you, whatever your opinion is, based on what you heard from her, that's fine. And if you have a question to what she said, or you want to question anything she said, I want you to state your question. The levy will have the opportunity to come back if she wants to and respond to you. Plain and simple. So go ahead. I'll give you 1 more minute to go ahead and do that. Please. I don't want to cut you off.
Right. Really, I don't have a question for her because when I listened to her, she never said which one of the procedures that Ambassador Walker has. She never said it. But according to what you just said, you said you believe that's what DMV has. So
No. You didn't understand it because you're not listening. Okay, I'm telling you. No. But wait, no. If you misconstrue what I said, then I have to correct you. Then you can make your opinion based on facts.
So what's the correction? Because you never said that.
Okay, she said she called 3 different kinds of procedure about the pacemaker, right? And then she said, based on the information, when somebody called yesterday and said the GNB cannot even carry his cell phone. My man, listen now. I know, but we all know Papi Flomo, but why don't you listen?
Yeah, I told you what they want. Let that man go. You're not interested in listening.
If you can't listen to me, then we can have a conversation.
He likes to hear himself talking. You're not interested in listening.
So I don't let to call people off. I let people.
Yeah, but I gotta call her. She's on.
Yeah, but they put her on hold forever. Let's take that.
Okay. After that person that you.
I'll call her. What is your name and where you calling from? What Iowa number? I believe it's Iowa. No, I don't have the other number saved. I have your number. I don't have the number saved. Okay, I will save it. I think this is Mr. Bird Noah.
I think from the starting part of this, this is what they know. By the way, the starting part of this show I've been here for almost hours now. I think you said Joseph Walker had beat the rate was 96.7.
97.5.
Okay, 97.5.
According to the report from Front Page Africa, yes.
Okay, no problem. That's perfect. I had rate rose from 60 to 100 as she specifically said.
No, listen, woman. No, listen, no, listen.
Okay, let me listen.
Okay.
Let me listen.
Exactly. So the report, I want you to go to Front Page Africa and read. The report on Front Page Africa is not talking about the heart rate. They said the heartbeat, the dependent of his heartbeat, the dependent of his heartbeat, whether the rate is 60, 30, or 40, that's not the point. They said the dependent of the heartbeat, 97% of it depends on relying on pacemaker. That doesn't mean that the heartbeat is 97%. 97. That's not what it's saying. You know, I want you to understand it.
I work in a healthcare.
Are you a medical doctor or nurse?
I'm not a nurse practitioner.
Okay, go ahead.
What I'm saying here, if you have a pacemaker, like for typical example, Mike Pence has a pacemaker. The former Vice President, Honor George Bush, has a pacemaker. Those things are common. They literally explain to all of us, they outline the differences that you have to have, the difficulties that you have to be under that serious condition to have a bypass surgery. And Mr. Walker has none. According to Front Page, that's Front Page News. It levels all of us to analyze what really is happening to the old man. Then let me come back to Yombly. When Yombly said the old man would sit down, who goes campaign for him, it doesn't mean that he's sick. No. This is what she was saying. But the point I want to make here today is this, Brother Steve and Baseko. You want to talk about the turning issues. The turning issues in Liberia now, that our justice system is and their brain. That's the kind of a topic that we have to have today.
Thank you.
Instead of good.
Yeah.
But why we can't talk about it?
We talk about everything. We'll talk about
Talk about
everything.
it too. We talk about it. We'll talk about it. We'll continue to talk about it.
Well, you stay hold on here, so we'll respect you, but we're not listening to what we're not something. You stay hold on here. That one part very
Right.
Even if Mr. Comey is not Josh Weir. This is what makes Mr. Comey a decent man. If he helps black guy with any other conditions, that we don't need to come here and talk about it. It is wrong.
We can talk about it.
No, it is wrong, Steve.
We can talk about it. Leave that to man. Leave that to brother. Leave that to.
Where is Spino today? In the whole court, we all will die anytime.
We can talk about it. Joseph Boaka said in the court that he doesn't know Cummings, but he collected money from Cummings to go to do a heart surgery. That's unfaithfulness.
Leave the left. So Steve, before you I don't want to make a quick announcement. So you can bring that person on. Somebody said all $60. Miata the Kena sent all $60. Send SKTV $60 contributing to SKTV. Joseph Kondo sent $20. I just want to make sure I announce those people that intended. Thank you, Joseph Kondo and our sister Miata. Thank you for the contribution to SKTV. Steve, you know, yeah, go ahead and take your call.
Yes, caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from, please?
So this is Glendy. I'm calling from somewhere in the United States, but it's good to be on. I want to first say great show. I want to comment on the recovery process for someone who has had a pacemaker. I want to also compliment Kef Hassan and Lefty for all of the information. I've been a nurse for over 26 years. I'm pretty familiar with the process. But the reason why I wanted to call in is because my mother 6 months ago had a pacemaker inserted. The reason why she got a pacemaker was because her heart was failing. She was diagnosed with CHF, meaning that her heart was not pumping well. And number 2, her ejection fraction was 25. And they look at her ejection fraction within 2 years. That's the number that you get to know when somebody was on the call and said between 60 to 100. And my mother's numbers went from, within a year, went from 65 to 25. And therefore, she needed a pacemaker inserted that was going to help her heart to pump better. How it is that we can say we have a pacemaker and it's not related to a heart problem, I don't know. But in my experience, people that have pacemaker is either because they have irregular heartbeat or their heart is pumping too slow. And my mother had that situation. Come to surgery. There are a lot of testings that she had to get done. EKG, echocardiogram, lots of things she had to get done. Even after that, when this is the thing, age, I hate to talk about age, but age is a serious factor regardless of what illness we have. Some people recover quickly, some people recover slowly. My mother aged at the time of the pacemaker, she was 73 years old. That was 73. She stayed in the hospital for 5 days. The surgery, the thing about it is she didn't have any blockage. So the surgery could have been extended, but it wasn't. It could have been worse. It wasn't a minor surgery because she didn't stay 24 hours. She had to be in the hospital for 5 dashe is still getting rehab because she's not as young as other people, and the recovery process is a little slower. Another thing you have to, even though my mother has had the pacemaker for 6 months, and I want to share this because I think this is an important topic for us to talk about. We may not need to talk about it in a way that degrades VP Boyka, but we want to talk about it because we want to be informed about what his condition is as the president. Someone running for the president of Liberia, we want to make sure that he is competent and he is capable for the office. My mom, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, had a malfunction with her pacemaker, and the pacemaker was firing. it was an immediate 911 situation. We had to call to take her back to the hospital. They realized that the pacemaker was not beeping as it should have been. So there's a lot of factors involved in having a pacemaker. Worker has been in Liberia this long. If he does have a pacemaker and he really doesn't have any problem, but I think Lefty, I would encourage SKTV to take out the things that Lefty said and play it over and over so people, because whatever all that Lefty said was 100% correct. People that have pacemaker that need it because their heart is not pumping regularly, or number two, they have irregular heartbeats and they want to avoid a heart attack. That is why a pacer is inserted. Even up to today, 6 months later, my mom is still recovering because she every now and then she still needs therapy. You need to have therapy. Like Letty said, you need to do rehab. You need cardiac rehab because there's medications that they need to put you on. Those are all those things. So I just wanted to come on from the aspect of I have a family member and my mother lives with me and I am working with her and dealing with her situation in having a pacemaker. Another thing, my mother, what we didn't realize is that, you know, the elderly people, my mom is elderly, she's 73, wouldn't listen to recommendations. Some of the recommendations are with a pacemaker, you can't be near a microwave. You can't do the phone thing. You have to be very careful when you come in contact with electrical stuff. And she ignored that. And that was why she had an adverse reaction. And the pacer was firing, which would have put her in immediate heart arrest. And that's why we needed to call 911 for her. So there's so many things that you have to deal with. But age is a factor. And we also, in recovery, those two things, your age and recovery, no matter what surgery you have, a pacemaker is related to the fact that your heart is not pumping well or you're having irregular heartbeats. And if the surgery may be minor for some, but for others, it may be severe. And I want to think that for my mom being at 73, who walks and talks and does everything, needed a pacemaker to be able to help sustain her life, and that's why she's alive today. So that's my contribution towards the show. But I think it's a great show. I think it's a great topic, and we need to come to face reality about this, and we need to talk about it. Joe Biden is not running for any other office; he's running for president. So because he's running for president, it means that we have to discuss everything that concerns him, and we have to be able to talk about it and be expert and get expert knowledge on what his situation is. This is no playtime. This is serious. We want to make sure that we know the truth from him, and we hear what it is, and we discuss that. So thank you for having me.
Thank you, Kanja. Thank you so much. Well, a lot of important informations, are coming up, and this is important. This is very important for us to talk about.
Steve, I'll even recommend, you can talk about this in the back. I will recommend that, it's one thing to have people to give their opinion as a regular people. It is quite another thing to have experts, people who are working in a certain field, to give expert opinion on issues. There are people who give their opinion with some level of, bias intent. But when somebody speaks and they speak the truth, you can tell. This brother who was on the line, Prince Masakwe, I respect him for being one of the biggest fan of SKTV being around. No matter what, he disagree with all, he still agree, he still come. But the reason why I cut him off was his inability to listen, to even comprehend. When somebody say, listen to me, let me make my case to you. And when I'm finished, I will give you time to say whatever you want to say. But he keep cutting the person off, and I'm the moderator, I'm the one who's even cutting you off. But I was patient enough to listen to you. But you are not patient enough to listen to me, to tell you exactly what you need to hear, and then give you the chance to come back to explain. Because I don't want the situation where people feel somehow uncomfortable coming to SKTV. Oh, they can come. We don't do that. Because you know what? We believe in our ability to understand, to comprehend, and give you the factual aspect of the issues. Because we don't doubt ourselves, we don't doubt our audience. We got a lot of competent people on this platform. Area that we don't understand, area that we have no idea of, we bring people on who will give you expert analysis and understanding of the issue. So when you come here, you want to give your opinion, we welcome every opinion regardless. If you come here to criticize, we welcome you. We're different from every other platform. Some people will not even give you a chance. They will not even take your call. But you will call us here, you will say, you guys are buyer, you ANC, you this and that. We will just take your call and listen to you. Do not take our patient for weakness. Do not mistake our tolerance for being weak. No, we are not. We just want to make sure we give everybody the opportunity. So this guy now called that he has a question to ask. I think we should give him the opportunity, let him ask his question. The reason why I cut him off because he was not listening. And if he does the same thing again, then that means he abused his own right to come here and talk anything, because we have to listen to each other. Then people that were listening and watching, they too can understand what we are saying. But we talk over each other, that would be very unprofessional and disrespectful to the people that are listening. So Dr. Kula is calling, but Dr. Kula, you can hold it. You can call back. Let me talk to this guy who wants to ask question. Is the Prince Massacre again?
Yes, fair enough. I listen to you. You make a point, and we all are here, to listen to one another. And when you make a point that makes sense, we all listen to it. So my question has to do with, I thought the lady that gave all these different functions of the battery was a lady that came back. But I realized she's not the one. And this lady, she might be also, she said she spent 25 years in the field. But these are all ANC people. They are the medical practitioners, quote unquote, trying to come out and diagnose a problem that they have no idea. They don't know GMV. They don't know his medical record. All what we are hearing, you are quoting from Front Page Africa, who is ANC Africa. Actually, if we want to be very honest enough, Ronnie here is on the payroll of Alexander Cummings. We know that that's an open secret. So when you're calling these people, you're calling a Papi Flomo, who is anti-GMB 100%. And you are quoting these people as your soul sickle. That's the problem I got.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. What I want to tell you before you go, people should be proud of being ANC or Cummings supporter or Boaka supporter or whatever supporter they are. Definitely. And listen, that's the thing about you. You got to listen. This is not like you must sitting down together on the table talking. We get people listening to us. So if we talk over each other, you don't have to agree with me when I'm talking. Just be quiet, and when I'm finished, then you can say whatever you want to say. They're listening. Yeah, but simply can also make a point. I mean, if I say something, you don't have to quiet me like 100% like your kid. You can talk at all.
You look for your own trouble. Let it man go.
All right.
That man not serious.
Now, you have to listen now.
I'm listening. Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say here, somebody being from ANC does not negate the fact that they are professionals. And when they come here, they're not speaking politics. They're speaking based on their professionalism, on their understanding on issue, based on practical knowledge. You understand? So assigning people to party, this and that, what I want you to do for me, I believe there will be people who are professionals, who understand medical, they are medical practitioners that are supporting GNB. Can you bring any of them or call in? They don't tell us exactly their understanding of pacemaker and what it means. Can you do that?
I can do that.
Thank you.
I can do it.
All right. I think we're done with that. Let's go to Dr. Kula here. Dr. Kula, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing wonderful. What say you? I've been seeing you writing a lot, so let's hear from you.
What say me?
Yes, sir.
Well, I told the folks in UP a long time ago to get ahead of this story. Get a nurse, just like the nurse that called earlier on your show, to explain to Liberian people what a pacemaker is and why you would put in a pacemaker. she did a great job of explaining. But where she kind of muddied the water, she didn't distinguish. And when we talk to our audience in Liberia versus the ones that are here, people here in America, they know how advanced the healthcare system is. They know some of the procedures that we do. Certain procedures, we call them procedures versus surgery, and so on and so forth. But in Liberia, it's hard to explain certain things to our people. So I think that's one of the reasons why the UP people and the old man didn't want to say anything about itself, because they won't understand some of these things. But what we need to do, my people, is distinguish between a pacemaker versus open heart surgery or a triple bypass. And the other thing we need to do is, unless you guys are telling me you have this old man medical records in front of y'all and know what the indications were for him to get his pacemaker and what the indications are, if it's even possible that he's going to get a triple bypass, all of this stuff we do is speculation. And I don't think it's right to be speculating on someone's health. What we definitely need to do, like Glennie said, play that young girl's statement, the young lady's statement about the different indications for a pacemaker. Let people kind of understand. Those who can come on and explain to our people if they have questions, explain it, if that's what we're really after. But if we're after tearing this old man apart and this is the ace in the hole for the ANC, I don't want to be a part of it, because I don't know if that's correct.
So
before you go. Okay, yeah, Dadakula, hold on 1 second. Steve want to say something to you.
So first of all, let me demystify what Patton Kula has said. In any given political conversation, the CNN facts, the other news that we watch, as long as the issue is raised, people look at every and all possibilities. There is nothing wrong with it. So there is nothing wrong with us discussing the possibility of a triple bypass that is being rumored. There is nothing wrong with us discussing the possibility of his age being an impact if he should have a triple bypass. There is also nothing wrong with us saying the fact here that he has a pacemaker, which is a minor surgery. That is a fact. It is a surgery. The fact that Joseph Yuma Bwaga himself tried to distance himself from that fact, that it is a surgery, whether knowingly or unknowingly, is deceptive. And we must point that out. And so your recommendation that maybe we should play the tape or have Levy and other people come on who understand the issue, that's commendable. That's true. We should do that. But at the same token, we can say, we can discuss these different things, or we can have this conversation. When Joe Biden was going for his process.
Where did I say we couldn't have?
No, but let me land now. Let me land, please. Let talk one time. I beg you, let talk one time, please. So
what we're doing is we're speculating because we don't have.
Yes, you can. You can do that. There is nothing wrong with it. It doesn't mean you are wrong. Particularly, you can do that. But anyways, here's my question to you. Here is my question to you. Given your background medically, from what I've heard and maybe from what I've read, and you will confirm it today, given your background medically.
Is he a medical doctor? I know he's a doctor, Dr. Kula, but I don't know his field.
I'm a physician. I'm a family medicine physician. I'm not a cardiologist.
Okay.
So I don't do surgeries or anything like that.
That's why I said, given your background medically.
Oh, cardiology, okay.
Given your background medically and what you know based on your experience in life as well, do you think, or would you say it would be safe for, at the age of Mr. Joseph Yuma Boakai, or Vice President Joseph Yuma Boakai at this time, any issue of delay in triple bypass surgery? Are we talking about serious risk here based on what you know? What do you say about that?
I'm not going to speculate because I don't know his medical records. So I'm not going to say there's any, delay in having a triple bypass for him or he's going to have one. So I'm not going to speculate. If you ask me specifically about a patient whom they have.
Okay, based on the reporting from Front Page Africa. Front Page Africa reported, you have quoted Front Page Africa before, you Batin Kula. You have quoted Front Page Africa on numerous occasions. Based on the reporting from Front Page Africa, my question to you directly, Joseph Yuma Boakai was due for surgery this month. Based on the reporting from, he was due for surgery this month. Should he skip this month? Do you think he's taking a risky gamble and a risky risk? What do you say? You have medical background. What do you say? And his age. Let's take his age into factor too.
like I have told you before, I'm not going to speculate because I do not know his medical history. I have not read the front page article, so I'm not going to speculate.
Okay, I will send you the article.
Okay. Let me
I'll ask you the question again.
So let me add Dr. Kola before. Dr. Kola, you know me. I like you and I like your opinion on issues. And you from the start of this platform, we used to have cell phone too. Dr. Kola used to want to put it around here. So I respect people that have been with us. Honestly speaking, you're one of the key supporters of SKTV. You're always here, regardless of disagreement on issue, they agree, but you're always here to say something. So let me ask you, in the Omen statement, when you talk about, I do not have heart problem, I do not have heart disease, but I have pacemaker. Can we say for sure that a pacemaker will be inserted into somebody's body to support his heart without having heart problem or heart disease or any problem with your heart?
Let me explain it being a Liberian, right? If that old man has said...
No, I just want you to answer my question, then you can qualify it.
All right. What he did was wrong. He should have said, I have something wrong with my heart. Either my heart wasn't beating too fast,
Thank you,
beating slow, or he should have said something like that. But to say I do not have heart problems, he was wrong on that part. But then again, knowing our society and knowing the atmosphere that he's in, the political atmosphere, people were going to take that and run with, oh, the man got a heart problem, he coming down tomorrow. That was the problem. That was what he was trying to avoid. But again, the UP people needed to get ahead of this story, and I told him, I said, get your nurses who are part of the UP, get your doctors, if you can find a cardiologist, let them explain this to the Liberian people clearly so they understand what's going on. How many of y'all know that what's his name, Clinton, had a triple bypass surgery? Bill Clinton. There's so many people here that got pacemakers. But, in this society, it's looked at differently versus in Liberia. Right now, the political people want to exploit this and use this to tear this man apart. I guess it's the 8th hole for the ANC and CDC. But, y'all go ahead. Y'all do what y'all got
to do. Thank you so much.
I have a caller here, Segu.
So, yeah, our caller here from Europe being on hold for almost 8 minutes. Please let me take that caller from Europe.
Yes, please go ahead. Take it.
Caller from Europe. I'm not sure. Maybe this is AB, the guy who normally call from Europe.
Yes, you are correct. That's AB.
But the last time you said you're going to call me after the show, I didn't hear from you, AB. What's up?
Yes, I did, bro. Musa, I did.
Seku.
Using on one of your posts, I did ask you as to whether I can use word reading to send SKTV, not you, but SKTV some money on word reading. If I can use one of the numbers.
Okay, we'll call you. We'll call you. We don't even know what that word reading is, but we'll call you after the show. Okay, I will call you this time around. Since you call, you didn't get me. I will call you. Okay. So go ahead. Okay. Go ahead. Make your point.
Let's go to the point. Some of us are trying not to play into this old man's health issue, but because he is a statesman, so this is why it is important. And also, we do not want to break your revive a pig in a bed. When you listen to Senator Kanka's statement, she said, according to Front Page Africa, she said the people are looking at the president, which is Joseph Boakai, but we are looking at the presidency, which is a team. What does this mean? The fear that we have been having that if this old man becomes a president, these guys are going to use him to do a whole lot of things. They said they're going to be a team. And so therefore they are even proposing that he should not go on the campaign trail and this, that. But I want to actually challenge this guy who say CA is on Mr. Cummings' payroll. If this guy can remember, it is the same Ronnie CA or the Front Page Page Africa that was challenged by Daros DeLong. For me, I trust the Front Page Africa and Daily Observer. These are the two Liberian newspapers I can read.
Thank you.
So if he thinks that this man or correct information, then he go and challenge Front Page Africa. The man already make it very clear. You and myself know just recently the man was on bed.
So let me my brother, I want but I want you to conclude. We're going to get about 5 minutes here now to go.
Yeah, okay.
And we have other point on the line, so I want you to conclude, please.
Omen Braka went to the United States last year. He said he was going to meet to hold meetings with other people, but we know that he went to a hospital. To the extent that they say he was loading his ship with medical equipment to bring to Liberia. Since he left America, the equipment having come. So these people, they should stop fooling us. So then man, he must go and challenge Front Page Africa if this man is lying. This is the man who is also, according to the paper, who Chinese doctor in Sinko. The man is also telling you the places, the area where the man is taking treatment. Then he's sitting there saying the man on Kume's payroll. What Kume is going to get out of it?
So again, where are you calling from again?
I say I'm calling from Norway.
Norway. Thank you so much, sir. So
just before we take the caller,
you got the last caller there. So
just before we take the caller, we do have the video. It's short where you can make that statement because everything we say going forward now, we do have the video loaded and ready. We'll play that video. Yes, we'll play that video. We
only got 4 minutes. We don't want to pass 3 hours, man. We only like 2 hours 56 minutes.
Okay. Let's get this caller really quick. We'll play that video as our closing stuff. Caller, what's your name? Where calling from?
Hey Moses, it's Lofa.
Yeah, my man, Lofa. What's up?
Let me just sign a disclaimer right now. I am not a medical practitioner, and I enjoyed all of the explanation on the medical aspect of things. But the only reason why I called today, right, is because I kept pushing Bato Kula, supposedly a medical doctor, to call and chime in on this idea of what everyone else, even Kev Hassan, called in and contributed to the conversation based on the medical aspect of it. So I kept pushing him, hoping that he will come and chime in on that to educate us on the reality of things. But you know what? These are the people who want to restrict certain people, and they are very deceptive. And that's why I purposely kept asking him to call. Barton wants to serve as a consultant to the Unity Party folks. Oh, y'all get ahead of this. He himself said it. I told him to get ahead of this. But then he wants to restrict people as to what they can talk about. Oh, we cannot talk about this way because you're assuming you don't have the fight. What is part of the responsibility of the media? Isn't it to introduce the topic so that the public is aware of it and then provide the needed information to validate the claims? I expected Walter Pula to come on here and give us facts as to his medical understanding of the procedures or whatever else term he wants to use. But no, he didn't do that though. But he wants to censor those who are discussing. Oh, you shouldn't be discussing if this is what the ANC people. Mr. Hula, you are a medical professional, all right? I don't know whether you are still, for whatever reason, but the thing here is if you're charming on this conversation, my expectation, you will come and give us a better understanding. Okay, like sister Glendy Glendy did just that. All right, since Lefty did the same thing. Even Kev Hassan called and did something similar. But you want to tell us what the Liberian people are supposed to hear, when they're supposed to hear it, how they're supposed to hear it.
Thank you, Lofa.
Who's ANC? Who's not ANC? CDC? Are they all not Liberians?
Thank you, Lofa.
What do you think we're doing here? Is this not campaign season? When the Unity Party folks sets up and refer to other political leaders as whatever they label them, do you go there and tell them, say, let me write a book as to how you describe other people? We need to stop this nonsense. We're talking Liberia here. We're not talking about somebody individual or family here.
Thank you,
We're talking
Lofa.
about an entire nation. Thank you.
Thank you, Lofa. Let me play this tape quick. Sharp. We're going. Folks, listen.
the mother of the rescue mission. I'm gathering my children here. We will gather more of them. Come here. They're in the House of Representatives. And you know, they are looking at the president. That's Joseph Walker. We are looking at the presidency. That comes with a team. When you have such a team, the country will succeed. We will say to Joseph Walker, go find a place in Lofa and go for vacation. We do not need you on the campaign trail.
What?
Well, folks, there you have it. Because of time, we will not go through the entire video, but we'll play the video again. We'll play the video again. We just want to leave it here for today.
Yeah, maybe I didn't listen to this one.
Yes, I listened to it. I read the transcript and I listened to. I was the quick book and say flabbergasted when I listened to it first. Then I had to go read the transcript to confirm whether the tip was not dotted or anything like that. So I went back to the transcript. I read the transcript. I said, but wait a minute. What? But anyways, hey folks, thank you so much.
I tell you, last callers, man. Last two calls out. Ben, you call him back. 30 seconds, brother.
Yeah, but man, I'm so sorry, man. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But, you know, yeah. So just got to put this place. The next time you guys will want to bring someone on, that person has you guys are trying to set in the lane. Let him come because visual plays a lot. It does a lot. So with the visual, people can see these things and see the how teamwork, see how these things function. It will inform more people. But the last thing I want to say here is that I'm a little bit disappointed in Dr. Kula for the fact that he will want to have a person medical result before he can comment. He is a family. He's a family doctor. So what happens if a radio station calls him for his opinion? Will you tell the radio station I can't speak until I get this person medical? No, you don't need to have a person medical record before you speak on an issue. The thing we do is that you make sure you do not call the person name. Basically, you do not say anything that identifies that person because you want to protect people identity. And I think everybody that spoke, nobody was pointing to Mr. Bwaka. However, it is apparent now that he has a pacemaker, anyone can deduce that it is because of him. But guess what? He's running for the highest office of our country, and there is no reason why we can't discuss it. So everything should be on the board. So that's a cool. The next time when you call, please give your expert opinion. That's why you want to school, and we know you can do it. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. Actually, Dr. Kula even said something that a little bit caught my attention when he said, he knew, understanding that Bwaka did was not correct, but he said Bwaka did it based on political reasons. That means Bwaka willfully, intentionally,
yes,
Liberian people.
Yes, and that is the point.
Political expediency. That's what.
And that is the point. Because Bwaka,
he said it was good. It was wrong for him to have done that, but he believed men did it for political expediency. That means admitting that Joseph Nima Bwaka deceived the Liberian people with the information they put out there for political expediency.
Yes, and that has been Joseph Nima Bwaka's MO, because Joseph Bwaka signed, Mr. Kane, he signed before the procedure was done. He signed. He knew what he was doing. It was read to him, and he agreed to it, so he knew it.
Let's take Prince. Prince is the last caller here. Prince always call last. Prince, that way you're gonna get 1 minute because you can only call last.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think it has been a great show, Steve. Trust me.
It has been a great show, and I just want to tell Dr. Kula, SKTV is not owned by Cummins. It is not ANC people platform. And I was shocked when he mentioned that, when he said that. If SKTV were owned by Cummins or the ANC people, you're not going to see much out here and then asking people to help to carry some of the burden that Steve and Sekou are carrying. Because this station Even the software Sekou they are using, they pay hundreds of dollars for it monthly. The internet is using for you to get stable programming is hundreds of dollars. Then I'm talking about Sekou time. 3 hours is spent on here. If you ask Sekou for consultation for 1 hour, it will be more than the money that some of you people are contributing, which we are grateful for. But I just want to say, this is not ANC people platform. And when we discuss issue here, we discuss issue pertaining Liberia, not ANC. So for you to come on here and say, I don't know how it will benefit ANC people, I don't give a jing thing about ANC people and what benefit and what don't benefit them. It's not my business. What benefit Liberia and what good for Liberia, what I care for. The issue we're discussing here, nobody went and go dig behind Open Baka and review a medical file. He said him publicly, even and 50-50, the man was asking, the man didn't even ask him question regarding detailed medical stuff. The man just asking about doing physical, which is something that you're supposed to do before you become president. Your physical, your medicals will be presented. But anyway, that's Liberia for you. That way he revealed to us that he has a pacemaker, and he tells the reason as to why he had that pacemaker. He said because the stress of government and the campaign that was making he had problem, he had a pacemaker. And yet the same man now is running, saying he tell us that he won't be president. Since he made that declaration, he has not come out to update us to tell us about his medical condition. Had he done so, we'll not be discussing it. So that could have for you to come on here and say such thing is kind of is a clear indicator that most of us we just bunch of hypocrites and we pretend. Your broadcast all here. Your discuss, you put a lie on Kami's name. You say Mega Lester. You ask that man question over every radio station you go to, you ask that man question. They may have the answer to the time. They may have to be sarcastic and say, you bring your woman there. You bring your woman there. Let me deal with that. So you can do it if I gay or not. Then you talk about we're going to discuss a medical condition that can potentially put a criminal or rebel in power. Then you say, we shouldn't discuss it.
Thank you.
We are discussing about Liberia. We're not discussing about ANC, nor discussing about Unity Party. Open Baka will provide a medical. If you don't provide a medical, we'll back to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court demand that medical will see. I just joking, man. So good. Yeah, have a good day. God bless you, man.
Thank you. Yeah, so it was a great show, Steve. Even though Steve will bring in all the good news and the not so good news and everything, people say a good show, but only 2 people contributed today.
Yeah. You serious?
Yeah, only 2 people. And
hold
on, let me announce it and recognize the people.
No, let's call the show, let's go.
Yeah, so
people there. I told you about the people there. You bought some.
Yeah, we've been staying here for 3 hours, right? And we're talking about people that's going to be following, bringing all the information from Liberia. But
we're not bringing a guest on tomorrow. Tomorrow we're taking a break, my people.
Joseph Conto, Joseph Conto's
we're not coming on tomorrow. Let it go.
Chairman, which ability is going to be on tomorrow, in fact?
But we'll call you and cancel with him. Okay. We not won't be in there causing us. We'll be going tomorrow.
Yeah, and then there was Joseph Conto and Miata that contributed $60 and then $20. We appreciate both of you. Those of you who never had it but have intention.
Tomorrow we're taking mandatory break. We'll resume next week Saturday. We're taking mandatory break.
It's okay.
We'll be buying two. We'll be buying two.
But a lot of people. Okay, another person has said $20.
Tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow, I set the appointment to go call my hair. I'm going to call my hair.
The person said no. Oh, all the people that say no name. Somebody said $29, $25. Thank you so much. I think we got 4 people now.
Now what thing that winner.
But they can go. There's plenty of money there. Anything about anybody contribute, we take it because the thing is,
yeah. But they probably got traffic.
Yeah.
It's just, Mr. Kennedy, remind me.
Looking at the overall show, we had about 700 plus people. Talking about almost 800 you added YouTube. So,
but Mr. Kennedy, people get traffic.
And 4 people contribute. It's okay. They're not traffic. It's okay, my man.
You know what it remind me of? No, you laughing at the problem there. You know what it remind me of?
I will not laugh. You know somebody inbox me tell me say I am so tolerant that I need to do the show with Steve because the police matter quite got it. They were getting on a lot of post scheme. People are testing me. They say, "You gotta leave that show here with Steve because you're too tolerant." Okay. If Steve, you want me to leave for you, I will leave for you. I'll leave with Steve.
But Mr. Kenneth,
thank you to both that are contributing.
You know what the thing remind me of?
You already, yeah.
You know what the thing remind me of? It's like the Liberian. It's like some of the Liberian winning.
Mm-hmm.
You were getting the money. The money when you were getting to buy gas with, they will still ask you to buy something without seeing money again. But you finish getting the money. That is acting. So what in that? But I can't no show tomorrow when I do show. I'm telling you, when I do show, I just say that what TV.
Stop touching the people. Somebody saying $40.
Tomorrow, let me ask you a question. Who playing tomorrow? The basketball game. Who playing tomorrow? You got like a problem there with you. You can take Ise. Who playing tomorrow? Our people not like Ise. Let me tell you today. They like Ise.
What are the problems? The chairman. You know what Chairman Billy told me today?
The chairman. We'll talk to the chairman. That chairman
to unveil tomorrow. So let's bring them on.
Let the chairman go. Let them go bring their rescue two for the face or two before we can talk to them. We'll cancel the show tomorrow. We don't want to talk to chairman. We don't want to talk to nobody until we can see the face or two. Folks will be back on the 29th.
And they purchased to no name. They sent $40. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. It's a female, sent $40.
Let's take the show all go.
Female sent $20 and then $25. All these. But the only male that contributed today that Joseph Conto. You don't do tomorrow, you protest. So
don't mind Prince and Prince can't away any massacre.
You will protest tomorrow. So
no, don't mind Prince massacre. Prince massacre can't he give a hard time, patting cooler and give a hard time. They get dressed on it. What are you going on? I just say what are you going on?
Yeah, but everybody, man, it was a great show. We really appreciate you guys.
Folks are here. And you don't. And let me say this, we would have stayed holder there in all the party there. Let me say this. If your team will stop, if your team this conversation stopping, let me tell you something. Very, very soon, Joseph Human Braga Medical Record will show it on Facebook. Y'all go read it down. We are in this conversation. Nobody will fool or let somebody say we're not buying people.
Let me tell you, somebody said let me tell you now. Somebody said $25. The person say they send the money for themselves and Glendy. $25, the two of them. So thank you so much. We appreciate it. $10 for one person, $15 for one person.
Somebody said they just sent $50.
I don't know where they send. Let me check. Yeah, but the person said don't call name.
Yeah, the person said for security reasons, I'm not calling him because the person said send me message and say don't call him for security reasons.
The person said $50, but they say for no name, so I will not call the name.
Yeah, they will not call him. Well, let me see that.
So hold on 1 second to let me see. We got two. Okay, somebody sent $20, but the person didn't say don't come on you. The person's name is Harris Tucker. Harris Tucker.
So because we say the man name account the pin look at it. So when Joseph Harris are man and follow they come in. And follow they come in. I will not bring the women if the women are saying, oh, happy Father Day. No, let me tell you something. All the women here, if you ain't tell happy Father Day, that year will be government boom. Will be government boom. Oh, so all the people will get how many ain't going to be? Yeah. Wow. What Prince? Prince, hold them. Prince, Redding, people, boy, guys, peacefully. Prince, Massacre, where you at? You're not going to be in the show? To the show? Your favorite show on Facebook?
Both Prince are stakeholder here.
No. Don't manage. They're foundational stakeholder. Backing cooler than a foundational. They're not sustainable.
No. Backing cooler to the stakeholder.
No. We're not give stakeholder position of backing cooler. Backing cooler, they're not sustainable stakeholder.
Okay. 25. Somebody said 25 to
well, folks will be back tomorrow.
Vivian. I don't know. They said I let the copy when you.
Folks, we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you so much. The love we get between all of you that to my love.
Sometimes people will be angry, people will say,
they can't go. Mr. Kane,
don't do this.
Even the people there who are look at
If you Prince Bell, Prince said $25.
Oh, Prince.
Because he say, what's his name? Joseph called the man. Prince got better. Prince said $25. Prince, thank you so much. We appreciate
you see what Prince Massacre say?
What is it?
Pray, I beg you, my man. That woman, don't let them say we don't know man with Chiba, I beg you back. Yeah.
Oh, you see?
No, the man said the only time where you were telling level battle. Mama who been battle will get you change, you kill, you get hard time, you talk all kind of nyama to all. You take it. What
No. The man will come to be. Men not get it today, so forget it. Anytime the man gets something.
That man,
I want the business. I want to come to be. I can't complain.
Okay, you know what happened, Mr. Kane? Prince, I want guests tomorrow. And let me tell you something. Your CPP people, your chairman coming tomorrow. If I see you're rushing here and you're not on it, if I any attempt tomorrow, you're kind of without traffic, and you're kind of be wrecking hot, all kind of funny things without turning war. Your chairman,
I don't know when. To tell you that this was a big show, I don't know when last we did a show over 3 hours. I don't know.
Mr. Kane,
15 minutes.
CPP people, tomorrow your chairman will be here. CPP people, tomorrow your chairman will be here. CPP people, your chairman will be here. Your people, your life together when you come here tomorrow. CPP people, your put your life together. Any attempt tomorrow, like that.
No, you know what? If Prince, I'm talking about the Prince that come to be there 25 that is Prince. The Prince Massacre guy, right? Now, brother. In the next time the American and I come to do, we'll take them up for safe people. Because we can give a attack.
But Prince Massacre, I still hold on.
But yes, we gotta leave it there, man. We appreciate. Hold on. The person, they said it will be your. The person saying the person that sent the $25, but they want me to call their name. But yeah, thank you guys, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate. You know, sometimes we can have fun with the money thing or all these things. We appreciate the money, honestly. Even $5, even $1, we appreciate it. But trust me, it will depend on people. Will not be here today. We've carried this thing on our own throughout. But because some of you also encourage us to say, you know what, Steve, you guys should also be putting cash up and, you know, Zelle there so that whatever we can get, $5, $10, you know, we can also contribute to what you guys are doing for Liberia. You know, we all should be a part of that. We are very proud of you for at least chipping in to help us, you know, get more information and provide the facts to the Liberian people. Thank you so much, Steve. We got to leave it there now. I think so.
Yes, thank you, folks.
So tomorrow we're going to be here. Steve, wait a the thing we started last night, you going to come back for to finish here?
Yeah, but I forgot about an announcement I wanted to make. Oh, Lord. You know, it just ran to mind. Well, folks, last night, I have to make this confession before we leave.
We're going to show.
I have to make the confession before we leave. Last night, you know, every time of the year, time of this, I don't know what happened. Seku wife can cook some kind of potato grain. And I don't know.
Oh, Prince Massacre, because you say that you want to you go protest against the man. The man say you're going to say it on the father right now. The man, when the man want if you want to prove they meant to.
Oh, forget about Prince, man. Until you can happy, man. Leave Prince.
Oh, the man meant to. What do you mean?
Forget about it. Until you can happy.
The man be following SKTV forever. And one of the people who call it from Europe, where you call Maurice Massacre too, right? That one, the heaviest edition when you talk anything against the CDC. You can
folks, last night the potato grain I ate, Mr. Kane.
Yeah.
I heard from the party from the people who care about us and the people who love us on social media that the food we ate last night we're going to be eating another one today. Is that right? Is that about right?
Yeah, I'm just told that after the show called Steve.
Said, okay, so effectively, immediately I'll be reporting on base. Not only that we'll compare note. Folks, we'll see you tomorrow, man. So let me change that kind of crazy.
I will see you. I hope for you.
I will see you about your bar.
All right, folks. We gotta leave it there, man. You know, Steve gotta confess. Steve told me yesterday. Steve came to the house. He wanted to rush to go. So I told Steve, my man, Gaia, you better come. Steve said, my man, I gotta go. I'm tired, you know. Please check after check out because when I'm beating plenty in check out, beat another man. Steve won't run away. I said, my man, Steve, stay. We gotta eat something. So the hell about potato green. You know, like potato green by the all kind of things inside. I don't put that they can only put one thing. When a chicken on a you know, like people that we can put all kind of things inside. So we started eating it here, potato green, Steve said, I never eat that kind of potato green in my life. You say you never ate that kind of potato green in your life. Same thing too. When Anthony Sear then came here and tell me then came here, something like potato green again, they said, But anyway, we gotta leave it there for today, folks. Thank you so much. We gotta go. And let's play this song here. What kind of song I'm gonna play? I'll play this song here. They lie to us.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know you're sleeping now. Y'all gotta whip us more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not go. I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with their speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to beat? You see, we just tell you